Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers. What's going on in your worlds, baby, honey? It is another glorious day, my darlings, and you know what time it is. So I know you have all of your crumpets together because, darlings, it's time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meat. What's going on, babies? How art thou? I see y'all come on up in here. Hello there. Let's see. Hey, Roderick, the RN is here. The Princess Leia has come over. I hope Facebook doesn't lock us out again. You know, we're going to hope that they don't, okay? That shit is getting on my damn nerves. Am my eye still red, y'all? Okay. We just trying to sit up here and find out what the hell is going on. Oftentimes it's because we play music and things of that nature. And, you know, we're working on getting a broadcaster's license for the internet, okay, that protects us. So once we do that, we're able to, again, I'm waiting to hear back from BMI and ASCAP and all of them, because they have several licenses that we can buy and to take us over the rainbow, honey. Okay. Hi, Charles. How are you, my darling? How are you? Okay. Okay. You want some tea, Jice? Jice Demir, poet extraordinaire, honey. Hey, baby, what's going on with you? I'm coming home to Detroit next month. In fact, let me get that announcement up here now. Okay, granddaughter, what's going on, love? You need to get a hold of me, sugar, off air and things of that nature, so I can find out what's going on in your world. You understand? Yeah, so let me make a special announcement right here first. And that there is Detroit, my hometown. I will be coming home. I'll be there for a weekend. I'm coming in on Thursday, November 12th, and I'll be leaving early Sunday morning or early Sunday afternoon. So from the 12th to the 15th, I will be in town. Samantha Stevens Divinity will be making an appearance. It's a special request, and I've decided to grant it and kill two birds with one stone. I have to go home and see my babies, honey. Y'all do know that I'm a grand uncle 3 times over. We got a 4th one on the way. And I have not met one of my nieces face to face yet, honey. I've seen pictures and carrying on, but I have not laid my eyes on my beautiful, beautiful chocolate niece, honey. My grandniece, okay, Miss Kaylin. So I'm going home, and I will be there. So for those of you who are there, I'm going to say come out to the event. That's probably going to be the easiest way for everybody to be in one spot or whatever, to make sure we can get some things happening. However, I know I'm going to have some family time, and then I'm going to be working, and then I'm going to have a day to where I can get around and carrying on. But for those of you who are there, I will be home, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, for those of you who want to set up private appointments, y'all would know how to hit me up. I forgot this tea is hot. Shit, I'm about to burn my tongue. Anywho, In any event, that there is what's going on. I'm waiting for my co-host to come in. Y'all know Auntie Nikki, honey, she's with family right now. And I got to march my ass around the corner, honey. I haven't been over there to see her. And the babies and who done came in town, you know, you don't want to intrude on everybody's family. You want to give them time to get acclimated and this, that, and the other. So I'm a careen on around over there, honey. And see who's all came in town and et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And then we're going to go from there. So that there was that. So yeah, November 12th through the 15th, I will be in town. So I have not told my entire family yet. I told my niece and carrying on so that because they know when Uncle Richie come to town, the whole thing that I do now is to where we all get together so that we could take pictures. Okay. Since the passing of my brother, it haunts me and unnerves me because the last time that all four of us were together with my mom, we did not take a picture of that moment. Okay, we had a very child. We cackled and we cackled and we had a really good time, but we did not take a picture of that moment. And oh, that's my phone, child, and I didn't mute it, but that there is what's going on. So uh that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so it just works me. So when I get home, you know, they know that I'm coming to take as many pictures as possible with all of my nieces and nephews, and now the grand nieces and nephews, and carrying on. I'm not gonna do like we did before. See, the last time I was adamant to make sure everybody took pictures with my mama. You know, so she had the kids, then she had with her and the grandkids, and now you know we got the great grands. And at that time, we only had the one. But now, of course, I need a picture with her and all of her great grands, right? That's going to come. But I'm gonna let them do that. I don't have to be present for that. Just if they take it, they need to get it to me so that I can put it in my archives and all of that kind of okay. So but I like to immortalize everything in pictures and all those kinds of things. So that there is that. So yeah, Detroit, I will be home November 12th through the 15th. That weekend. Okay, so that's going to be fun, fun, fun. Okay, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's see who else that came up here. Hey there, my darling, Miss Kimberly. How are you? How art thou? Cole, what is you saying? Detroit's population used to be 2.1 million. Now it's 600,000. We give $4 billion a year to zero to fix Detroit. Okay, Cole. Yeah, that's cute. But there's a lot more to that. Okay, there's a lot more to why the folks have left Detroit and carrying on, honey, because you know, not, it's more than just all of that. See, Detroit was on a decline, and a lot of folks didn't want to come and reinvest in Detroit. Okay, and in the places where they want to reinvest, they only think about downtown. They're not looking at the rest of the city. We have beautiful, beautiful landscapes there, and things that Detroit can uh, that Detroit can utilize to rebuild and carry on. The east side of Detroit, we have a lot of blighted area in Detroit, and there's ample opportunity for people to come in and to create homes and carry on. One of the things that I'm learning about economic development is this: that there is in the inner cities and carrying on, oftentimes if this is why the census was so important. If you do not complete your census, if you don't do the count, then the cities don't get the money. Okay. So y'all can't go bitching, moaning, and complaining because this ain't done or they didn't tear down this house or how come, you know, this house is still abandoned and they didn't do nothing here. Oh my God, the city don't come out and they didn't cut the lawn and carrying on. This field are overgrew. We got all these rats and carrying on. Well, if you don't do your damn census and be counted so that they know exactly how many people are there, then they not gonna get the money here in a lot of the poor neighborhoods. See, a lot of times y'all thinking that because y'all living illegally, and what I mean by that is, and this is not a bad thing, it just happens. You're the only name on the lease, but you got you, your boyfriend, they kids, sometimes they mama, and just that. It's like I'm using me for an example. I have a 1-bedroom apartment, but I have had 7 people in here with me. Yes, a total of 8. Count it. I've had that happen. Okay, why? Because I don't like seeing nobody out in the streets and carrying on. And we would, and my need to be a nurturer, okay, and an enabler at times. I have to admit that there are moments where I am an enabler. Um, but because of that, I let folks come in and carrying on. And it's against the lease and things of that nature, which is why you have to make sure everybody's going to be, considerate of one another. And then when I'm going to work, they can't be up in here fucking up, because if the neighbors get wind of it and want to go complain, and the rental department, the leasing hours and stuff, come up here and say, okay, listen, your name ain't on the lease and carrying on. Why you cutting up? See, they cut up, and see, I'm the one that have to pay for it. So see, they will fuck up, and it would get me evicted, not them. They ain't got no place to go anyway. So they, most of the time, when you get motherfuckers in your house that don't give a damn anyway, see, they'll fuck your shit up. And like, oh, I miss Roger. Roger, where you at? Okay, Roger used to always say, she was one of my house members under the House of Divinity. She'd always say, honey, you fuck up my hookup, I'ma fuck up your hookup. Oh, that was Roger. Okay. But that was the mindset. And oftentimes you will get folks who want to come in and fuck up your shit. Okay. And they want to just fuck up your shit. Okay. So oftentimes, that's what happens. So people will have that kind of situation going on. And if the counters are coming to the door, you may be under the mindset of, oh, somebody's going to get back to know. They know I got umpteen people in the house, and then it's going to come back on me. So you'd rather not be counted. But honey, I need everybody in the house to be counted. And I said this to y'all before, but I'm gonna say it like this, because when I went to go vote, somebody said this to me, and it was just the cutest thing. You know how when you go to the store and you buy something and they say you get a $50 rebate, okay, as long as you send in no receipt and this, that, and the other. Well, this is the same thing that the census is. The census is getting a $20,000 rebate, okay, for your city, for everybody in your house. So just take my example that I give, okay? It was 8 of us in this damn thing. 8 times 20 is 160. 8 times 20,000 is $160,000. Okay, for one household that the city will get over a span of 10 years. So they're dealt it out in increments of $2,000 a year. Okay, so in 10 years, that's $160,000 that goes towards just getting better schools, getting better textbooks, getting better roads, getting light bulbs. I mean, yeah, you know how you see buildings and stuff that don't have no lights, and the city can't pay or act like they can't pay the money to change the light bulbs, and you got all these pretty signs, but ain't nothing lit. Okay, what about your street lights and carrying on? Some of the kids done set up there, threw rocks up there, busted the damn things out, but they can't never replace them. So now your street just a dog. Okay, the potholes and carrying on. It's all of those kinds of things that the census take care of. Okay, which is why we have to get counted. Okay, so I said all that to say that oftentimes that the exodus out of a city is because a lot of folks have gotten fed up. They're looking for better opportunities and things of that nature. And in economic development, when we're looking to bring in businesses and stuff, they do what's called a traffic report. And the traffic report, if you've ever been, Red said this the other day, if you've ever been at an intersection or whatever, you see this thing, it's almost like a grid, but you feel like you done ran over something in the middle of the road. Well, oftentimes that's what they use to count the cars. Okay, and they need a certain number of counts of a certain amount of traffic per day to get certain businesses in the area. So like a Whole Foods or a Publix and carry it on, they have to have X amount of dollars or X amount of car traffic to come through there. And they do what's called rooftop count. So now they have to count the number of houses that are in that area that are at a certain income level. You wonder how come you ain't got no Whole Foods in the hood? Because the income level ain't right. Not that it's not because it's a black or white thing. It's an income thing. Because Whole Foods are not in the trailer parks either. It's an income thing. Okay. Why do you think they always put a goddamn Family Dollar or a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General in the neighborhoods? And nobody protested. It don't make no goddamn sense that in a 2 mile radius, you come up with 10 Family Dollar and or Dollar Generals and or Dollar Trees. And Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are owned by the same fucking people. So they getting paid twice. Okay. So this is why it is important that you understand a little bit about how this goes on so that when you go down to get counted or when you go down to have your complaints, see, this is what we're talking about with politics. You need to know exactly what you want. We talk about the black agenda and carrying on. These are some of the things that you have to understand about economic development and things. And I'm learning it. I'm not professed in it. These are the things I'm telling you because this is the shit that I'm learning. Okay, dealing with the city of College Park. So because of that, I'm able to educate you so that you can understand what you need to fight for your city to build up and to do greater things so that we can have better stores and better this and better that. And then we could get a renaissance again. See, Detroit used to be the renaissance. Detroit and Chicago were considered to be the twin cities at one point. The twin cities of the Midwest. Okay. They were the development and stuff was damn near identical. Our skylines were almost the same at one point, with buildings and carrying on. The Renaissance used to be the tallest building in the Midwest. When we first built the Renaissance Center and block and all that, oh honey, it was sickening. Sickening. However, it came with a price. Okay. Okay, which incidentally I did not think about for my hotel room. Oh, I hope they don't charge parking. Because if they charge parking, then what's going to happen is the money that I thought that I just saved may end up putting me back at the same fucking mark. I'm gonna be a little pissed. Okay. Anywho, that was just a sidebar. I thought this came to mind. But here's the thing. Let me go to some of the comments because I see y'all up in here. Wait a minute, darling, Sugar Plum, come and turn this air on for me because I can't get up right now. Okay. And don't turn it all the way like you have before. Just hit it just a little bit so where it click in. Because we just need to cool off. I don't want to freeze. Okay. Okay. Where are we? I said, girl. I said I need to cool off, honey. Okay. Okay. What we got here? I'm going up in here, right here. What up, Joe Bixter? Hey, Buckster, what's up? Okay, bitch, I need key number 3. Okay, that's an inside joke, y'all. Hello there, Larry. What's going on? That's because they don't switch. They didn't switch making electric cars, but it's more than that, Cole. It's more than just the electric cars. It's more than that. It's keeping up with technology. Period. Electric cars. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all about them damn electric cars. I don't necessarily agree with the whole electric car thing, particularly because I was one of those states that was hit when we had that blackout of the 14 states, honey, and that they hit that goddamn grid and nothing can go. Okay, electricity got hit and nothing could run. We couldn't get no gas. You couldn't do nothing. So an electric car or something like that, honey, will have too much control over everything. I'm not necessarily doing that. I like the hybrids. The hybrid to where is you could gas and electric to where you have two different choices of fuel or moving power, whatever. So that way you're not immobilized. It's just like living in a house where it's all electric and yet you have a storm and it knocks out your electricity. Now you can't cook, you can't do shit. But at least if I had a gas stove or whatever, I'm still able to be mobile. I can still take the water, I can boil the water down, I can still feed my kids or whatever the case may be. That whole idea of being all electric, which my apartment happens to be, we could and it happens all the time. We'll get a storm up here that'll cause a power surge. God damn it, will wipe me out and I can't do shit unless I got something that's battery operated. Mm. So, anywho, okay. but I'm not necessarily a big fan of those electric cars just yet, honey. I'm not. Okay, because I mean, look at how folks do with gas now. Y'all wait till the last fucking minute, and this damn balloon string is getting on my nerves. Where is it? Okay, it is on my shoulder. All right, y'all have to forgive me because I'm looking at the screen, and you will sit down here and think that I would know my reflection, right? But when I'm looking at my screen, honey, it's giving me real time and it confuses me a little bit because I'm looking over here, thinking I'm looking at the damn thing that's on this side when it was really true to form, okay? And it got me. So yeah. Okay, so that there is what that is, okay? Ah, yes, he is, honey. Okay, Detroit has too many vampires who stand in the way of its development. I agree. I agree. And the princess is in the house. I think we're going to have to do a redo of the census post pandemic. You know what? That might not be a bad idea, child. Okay, that might not be a bad idea. Detroit, not only not only the urban area with that issue. This is true. This is true. Okay, Atlanta's the same way. Okay, yep. Baltimore, Oakland, and others have similar issues. That there is true. Thanks for that education. I always thought, um, um, where our two family dollars, uh, that I thought that way. Our two family dollars close to each other. Yes, child. You know when they're close to each other, it's because now the family dollars is because they're able to come in. We have allowed that to be our chain of command is I mean our stores of preference because yes they know urban areas and stuff we like to get stuff on the low and carrying on but let's look at that let's look at the quality of the products and carrying on. Now it's good to go up in there to get a deal. You know, you get your constants, you know, your soap powder, your dish liquid, you know, cleaning supplies, you know, your household supplies, your TP and this, that, and the other. But you know, as far as clothing options and stuff are concerned, I know those are disposable clothes. You can't really go up in there and say you're gonna get an outfit that's going to really last or whatever because the quality of the outfit is not that. Now it'll be cute. It's a cute look, trust back in the day, honey, when the daishiki thing first started to hit again, Family Dollar used to be the one to sell the damn things, right? But catch this, because I had called the corporate headquarters because I was like, okay, wait a minute, sweetie, how is it that you take them daishikis and you don't have them in the black communities where the people who know what they are about are going to buy them? Y'all will put them out into suburban areas where folks who really don't care about black culture or African culture will think about a goddamn daishiki, but because they don't sell there, you end up pulling them saying, oh, well, we tried, but they didn't sell. Well, you didn't put them in the right motherfucking stores. How many of y'all know that particular feeling? You go into a store. I do this with Dollar Tree all the time. You know that they would have something that is real cute. How many of y'all like your little bric-a-brac, right? You know, you got little cute little shit to put on shelf just to spruce up and carry on. You even buy a little shelf. You buy a little nail up to the wall shelf so that you can put bric-a-brac on, right? Just to beautify. They get little shit. They see it does sweat sweat through, sold out or whatever. But then they tell you it's limited. They don't even get any more of that. You know, and then you go to another store and you see that it's 3 to 4 times the price because you got that at Dollar Tree. But if you go over to Family Dollar, that same article that you found for $1 is gonna be $5 over there. Mm-hmm. How about that? You know, so it doesn't fit the community, and yet we accept it. You know, we accept it. Do you know that just recently, I'm going to say within the last, 5 years or so, Family Dollar started taking food stamps and carrying on? Because before you couldn't go up in there with your EBT card and things, you had to pay cash. Well, now they accept food stamps. Okay, I don't think they do WIC yet, but they do accept the food stamps. So you can go up in there. You know, you got the $2 cereals and carrying all the little sugar shit and things. Okay, and because it's quick, because the supermarket done closed, or you in a food desert because you don't have an adequate supermarket where you could get fresh fruits and vegetables and produce and you eating healthier. It's all junk. It's all junk. Okay. And then there's always the junk food that's always the cheapest. Why is it that something that's supposed to be organically grown? Okay, y'all know how to do compost. What they tell y'all take all of the peelings. You take all of the stuff, right? If you peel the potatoes, you save the peelings. You take the bananas, you take your eggshells or whatever. You put that in the soil, right? Because that's supposed to enrich the soil and blah 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 blah. And yes, honey. But why is it that organic stuff is always fucking expensive? Okay, you go to the market and you see regular bananas. Bananas would be on sale for 39 cents a pound. Well, that was back then. Let's be real, 59 cents. 59 cents a pound. Okay. But you'll see organic bananas 10 cents more a pound. Why? The process for being organic is not that different from all the processed stuff. You just took a natural approach, right? So they say. So why is it that eating healthy is always costing stuff? But you know what they tell you? They will tell you that, well, investing in yourself is always an investment. You need to invest in your health. Bitch, stop playing. Stop playing with me. Because if that's the case, okay, the process for doing milk is the same. Milk is milk. And y'all seen those documentaries of how they had to impregnate the cow in order to keep the cow titty together to do milk? So why is it that organic milk? Because you don't feed the cows the bullshit. You don't feed the cows all the hormones, whatever. You feed them grass. You feed them this. You feed them that. Grass is natural. Okay. You didn't do no fucking imported grass from Spain or whatever. Okay. You said then let them have the regular grass and things, right? But the process to get the milk is the same. You still got to pump them and this, that, and the other. So why is it that a gallon of milk that you say is homogenized, and that's it, it's homogenized, it's this aside and this and another, that is no milk now, well, it depends on the brand that you got, because designer milk, okay, Mayfair and shit like that, they would be $4 and $5 a gallon. Where a regular gallon of milk will cost you anywhere from $2.49 up to $3.19 a gallon. Okay, but if you go get some organic milk, okay, organic milk is costing $7 a motherfucking gallon. Now imagine that over in Hawaii and Alaska, because y'all know even though those are United States those are states, okay, and our territories, they're still considered to be. They have to have everything imported to them because they're islands. So Alaska and Canada, they don't have stores on the mainland or whatever. Everything got to be imported in. So now a $7 gallon of milk, honey, is going to probably cost them 13 because they got to help pay for the damn import, shipping costs and shit. Hmm. How about that? Hmm? Talk to me, cheer. Let me go back to the comments. Okay, absolutely. Detroit was once the third largest city in America with over 2.5 million people. Okay, you know your shit. That's why I live for you, friend. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try, and I'm getting better. I'm getting better with it. I remember me and the guy from development department from Dollar Tree made small talk about that. When I told him about the schools, colleges, and the elderly, Dollar Tree put their stores on MLK like check cashing places. Exactly. 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 And then from what I'm understanding, I think they even trying to franchise. So they give you an opportunity to own one. Because I thought about that. I wanted to build a community where it's a black owned Dollar Tree or whatever, but I want the stuff in there to be something that we all use. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, I got turned on to the whole dollar store thing before, and I want to say that Dollar Tree took over everything's a dollar. Because when the dollar stores first hit, it used to be called everything is a dollar. Eric, do you remember that? Because they used to have one down there on Joy Road, and no, not Joy Road. It was on Telegraph between Joy Road down there at Chicago, though, in that Kroger Plaza. Um, they used to have a store called Everything's a Dollar. So you walked up in there, child, and it was a phenomenon that everything in this goddamn store was a dollar. But when I found out about that concept when I lived in New York, because it was called the 99-cent store. Same concept, but except that everything was 99 cents. Okay. And at that time, that became my my grocery store because they had freezers and refrigerators and stuff. You can go up in there. I used to get like a pound of ground beef, a pound of ground turkey. I got like we used to get packages of chicken because it used to come like 3 or 4 chicken legs or 4 chicken wings or whatever. $4.99. Baby, please. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I was living in New York, so and I had a small little refrigerator, so it didn't take much. I charged $40 every 2 weeks, $80 a month for groceries. $80. Huh? Chill by. And it was a one-stop shop. So I got my food. I was able to get my cleaning supplies and all my little toiletries and things that was needed. You got a little, when I went to California for the first time, that was back in 98, 90, yeah, 98. Was it 98? I think it was 97, 91. When I went out there for the first time, that 99-cent store was it was big as Kroger's. Big as fucking Kroger's. I was outdone. I had never seen anything like it. Baby, they had Reuniti wine. They had condoms. They had lube. I'm telling you, everything in there was 99 cents. And I gagged. And I was like, bitch, stop. Of course I bought me some Reuniti, honey, and Reuniti red. Oh, okay. Bought that on back and it was just amazing. And I was looking at it and I was marveled at it because I was like, wow, this here, for those who are on minimum wage jobs, this could be something. Well, then after that, the damn store started to become shit shows because they got shit up in there. But then it's like, okay, wow, what's up? What's up with this? I'm going to tell y'all something because it happened to me today. It wasn't Dollar Tree, that was Family Dollar. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this and I'm going to say this because I'm going to say it. I know that I'm from the east side of Detroit, honey, born and raised. I've had to fight myself through the streets of Detroit. Okay, I'm not no stranger to ghettoism, ratchetism, and carrying on. Hell, I was even a project, y'all, honey. I was in the Herman Garden projects twice, and I worked in the damn Jeffries. Okay, no, I'm sorry, I worked in the Brewster project. It wasn't the Jeffries. Okay, and the Brewster projects are the same project that Diana Ross and the Supremes come from. How about that? Yes. Okay, so I'm not no stranger to ghetto and carrying on. Said I know what it is, but let me tell you something. I'm 50 motherfucking years old. And when I went over here to this motherfucking Family Dollar today, I was embarrassed. And I'm going to tell y'all, I don't think that I'm better than them folks or my people and carrying on because I get it. But at the same time, I'm so motherfucking sick of that goddamn ghetto shit. I'm so motherfucking sick of it because, bitch, when you got out the car, all you can feel is the negativity that came with that motherfucking scene. We get up in this bitch as dirty as hell. I'm about ready to call corporate and be like, how the fuck y'all got managers here and this store is looking like this? Okay. Then, now I went up in there because I went to go get some juice or some water, carrying on. And I'm trying to buy enough so that we don't have to make us another run, right? So I got, gallons of water and things, and then I really wanted to get some real juice, but I didn't like the price of the juice. So I ended up getting some high C punch. Okay. All right. Well, I'm okay. Sit my daughter. I said, okay, Miss Thing, go over here and get me a buggy so that we can take this up here. This child go up there. Did you know? She said, "Where's your burgers at?" The cashier said, "Oh, honey, we don't have any burgers because they stole them all. So we don't have them." And wait, the hand card, the red little hand card, there was only one in the store because they stole those two. So so now I'm like, okay. And the one that was in the store, there was a woman who she was utilizing it. Okay, cute, cute, cute. Then I'm up in here. Now, mind you, everybody on cellular devices and and I'm mindful of that. So I had taken mine off the speakerphone, right? Because shit, I was having a conversation, realized I was on speakerphone, put the phone up. I really should have had my earphones in so I wouldn't be all like this and scared to drop my goddamn phone, which is fucked up anyway, right? Anyway, why this bitch? She up in here, and I thought she was talking to somebody in the next aisle, right? Because the way how she talking, I'm thinking she talking to somebody in the store. This bitch is having a conversation as if the person is standing right there in front of her, and then she loud on top of it. Yes, the one carrying the cart. And I was like, I was like, okay, you know what? I can't. I cannot. I cannot. Wait a minute. Then we're trying to physically distance while we in line. Why am I standing in line? But because the second cashier came to the register, this motherfucker jumps in front of me and thinking I'm waiting on this register, so he gonna get to go stand behind this child. I didn't say anything because I didn't want it to make no scene. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but it was one of those things that make you go, you know what, motherfucker? Now I know you saw me standing here. You know, and then you can't miss me, bitch. I'm in olive green shorts and this particular shirt, honey. And as big as I am with my purse, okay, on my shoulder, and my keys jingling. Okay, so you can't miss me. Okay, so that was that. But I just get so sick and tired of us accepting that that is supposed to be what our culture is. I get sick and tired of accepting that. Okay, because and what breeds out of it is when you accept it, you wallow in it, and when you wallow in it, it becomes all of this bullshit of negativity, and it's a cloud. It took me a minute to shake that because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I had to realize that that was a negative spirit that had just infused my goddamn aura. I was like, "Oh no, no, we can't do this." We can't do this at all. I refuse to do it. I refuse to do it, child. I refuse. Then I stopped at the damn at the Checkers. That was an experience in itself this go round. Because I'm sitting up there. They don't want you on the clock because fast food they're supposed to get you in and out within 30 seconds. Okay, so from the time they take your order and you get up there to pay for it, especially if there's a line. If there is a line, somebody should always be dropping it, because you know what times that your rush hour is, you know what time is your dinner crowd is, this, that, and the other. You know what time things get low. Now, I used to work in the fast food. I was a manager trainee. So that there was what it was. I was for hot now, honey. The guy I used to work for, he said the children want their food. No, he didn't say the children. He said the customers want their food hot now, not cold and later. So that there was an experience because now I'm trying to deal with a coupon. And I said, well, here, honey, y'all gave me these coupons that were expired, but they gave them to me. But I said, listen, we're going to do the double Buford and this, that, and other, blah, blah. And I want 2 orders of those because I got 2 coupons. Well, you're going to use 1 coupon at the window. I'm like, girl, well, then I was going to say split it up on separate order. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Never mind. Because the coupon was buy 1, get 1 free. Fuck it. The thing was 2 for $6. So it's the same goddamn concept. All right. We'll use this coupon since I can only use 1 coupon. Okay. Give me off the 2 for $6 and then give me whatever else I needed to carry on. So now we get here. And we started trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I'm like, bitch, I just spent $30 on what? Okay, on what? But then I had to go through. I was like, oh, well, okay, well, yeah, okay, okay, it makes sense. And then you had the taxes. So now that there was that, but then now you want me to pull over to the side because you ain't ready at the window. Okay, could we get you to pull over off the clock and just go sit over there in the parking lot? So then you go turn around. I'm in the pit trying to park so the girl could see me. Why this child done parked and he done parked all diagonal? Now took up 3 parking spots. Okay, let me, no biggie. Ain't no need of trying to fuck with it or whatever. Cause okay, he didn't want to buy near his car. All right. So then now I'm sitting around here looking around. Okay, well, wait, did they kill the cow? Okay, or what? Okay, are y'all peeling the potatoes? I thought they came frozen. You know, it took forever to get this damn order, and I'm trying to serve it hot. I'm tired. I'm tired. And see, when we allow for the Dollar Trees and the Family Dollars and the Dollar Generals to come in, and then we don't take care of it, we got folks who do this, and this. I get tired of that being our narrative. And see, that's the shit that becomes the narrative that those out there get to talk about, and they look at us like we crazy and say that we don't know how to take care of our neighborhoods. They say we don't know how to do this. That's the shit. And then we wallow with it and wonder why negativity exists. You understand? Now check this out, because that same checkers that I'm talking about, they hiring. They hiring. They got the sign up there on the thing. We are hiring. You could come in at any time to put in an application. I think they said between 2 and 4, blah, 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 Monday through whatever. But they say they're paying up to $9 an hour. Up to. Now, y'all know minimum wage, federal minimum wage is $7.25. That there is the federal minimum wage. I don't care what you're gonna tell me about what your state is doing. The federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Okay. Now y'all heard Agent Orange said that as far as minimum wage is concerned, he want to leave that up to the states to do. No, honey. No, not when the federal government keep wanting to go up on the motherfucking taxes and we said we got to pay for this and pay for that. Y'all take more out of Social Security and FICA than any motherfucking thing else. How in the fucking you don't sit there and have a mandate for what the minimum wage is supposed to be, and yet the cost of living keep going up, but this dollar ain't. That's another story. So you hiring. But now you got to get the quality of people up in here. Because again, you got folks that's coming up in here off of this hustle mentality. And okay, I hire you to come in, but you're supposed to be cooking and stuff, not sitting up here trying to take the whole cases and shit out the back door because you're trying to have a barbecue. Let me go back to the comments. Okay, because I feel myself on the tangent. Okay. And I'm not even trying to go there. Today's show is called The Process is Sandpaper for the Soul. I'm going to read that passage out the book in a minute. But yeah, okay. I think we still need to make more hybrid vehicles. I agree, although they can actually make cars that run on water. Now, you know what? How about that one? Give me that one. Let me see that. I really say Family Dollar blew up here when they started selling more grocery items, particularly frozen food items. Exactly. I agree. I've seen that meets 3 times the price for the same item at the dollar store. Hell yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Tracy. Okay. I think it's priced higher to discourage us people of color from purchasing healthier foods. You may have a point, Princess. You may have a point. What you say, educate them, fam. Thank you, baby. Teach, sir. Thank you, baby. Okay, this is the kind of stuff that that we have to discuss. We have to discuss these things. You understand? Wait a minute, I done lost my place. Okay, here we go. Okay, and wouldn't that be a part of their narrative concerning POC, people of color, just throwing it out there? Okay, now how about that? Okay, how about it? Okay, same grass they live on. It's the same grass they eat. Exactly, Tracy. Exactly. So they ain't doing nothing with the cows no differently. Good evening, Eric. Okay. Yes, Hawaii has same issues. Exactly. Okay. Imports because they're islands, so everything got to come into them. Now mind you, along with those taxes, because Hawaii. Now we don't hear about um thunderstorms and stuff, but we do hear about snow and carrying on for Alaska, but it don't make major news like that. It's because I guess it's because it's already cold. We don't hear about catastrophes up there unless the children going fishing, you know. But in Hawaii, they got hurricanes and all that kind of stuff that they have to prepare for, you know. Plus, did you know that they still get debris washed up from the tsunami? Remember the tsunami years ago? Debris is still coming, old boats and cars and shit. How about that? Okay, yeah. That price game for organics has always bewildered me because chemicals cost money. So how the overall product is cheaper? That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Okay, that's exactly. Yes, meats absolutely. I remember it was the shit. Okay, okay. Regular milk in San Francisco is around $9 to $10 a gallon. Got me. Okay. That's a whole lot. Okay. What's going on, Sis Tracy? How are you, my darling? Okay. Exactly. $80 a month for groceries. Wow. That's girl. I'm telling you. Do you understand me? I'm telling you, when I lived in New York, I was 25 at the time. That's 1995. I was 25. And honey, that was my world. That was my world. And then it was 2 blocks over from my job. So, child, we would get paid, and all I did was go 2 blocks over, do what I needed to do, and then go right down the steps to the train and get home. Girl, that I live. I live. Okay. Remember also, Meech, when they first opened the dollar store next to what used to be that Kmart on Plymouth and Southfield? Right. Right. I do remember that. Hey, Amy, what's up, girl? Okay, this is Mama Amy that came in the house. Okay, Tracy cackling. As I have often said, the worst enemy of we is we. Well, hey, okay. There's high theft at Family Dollars everywhere. It's why everyone who walks in one here gets treated like a criminal. Okay, and that's y'all in Philly. Okay, yeah. Okay, right. Okay. Haji, I do organic gardening each year, and I can testify that it is much more labor intensive. With chemicals, fruits and vegetables get huge, and plants are insect free and disease free, allowing them to flourish. With organic, you have to constantly monitor 3 plants for signs of pest or disease and have to treat it with natural solutions, sometimes leading to plant loss. Okay, now let's go there, Amy, because see, that might be the piece that might be missing. Okay, that might be the piece because we know with the chemicals and carrying on, what is it, Magic Grow, Miracle Grow, or whatever the case is. They showed you that you could get these great big old huge tomatoes and things and big ass cucumbers and things that's looking like phalluses and all of that kind of shit. Okay, so with organic gardening, is the price differential because the labor is intensive and we pay for the labor cost of having to save the plants and do natural remedies to save the plant versus what the chemicals are doing? Because if that's the case, then I can understand the price difference in some regard. But what were we doing before the chemicals? Because with the farmers markets, when it was harvest time, it was harvest time. And the farmers markets, you come and get it, right, and this and the other. And so yeah, okay. But I'm willing to entertain that. I'm willing to entertain that. Okay. Red that came up here. I'm gonna bring you in, Red. I'm gonna bring you in. Okay. What's up? Okay. It all seems like all of them be nasty. Because they do, Trace, you know it. They don't they feel nasty at times when they dirty and shit. Okay, and then mind you, we in COVID. We in COVID right now. Ain't not now nobody up in this motherfucker around here spraying no bleach no motherfucking where. They got the little hand sanitizer. Okay, the station at the door, but hell, I missed it. I saw it on the way coming out. Okay, I'm about to leave now. Fuck it. Come on up here. Because I'm talking COVID right now. Ain't not now nobody up in this motherfucker around here spraying no bleach no motherfucking where. Tell them to turn this sound up. I'm hearing me echoing. I mean, well, not echoing, but I'm coming. The station at the door, but then I missed it. You know, I saw it
remember?
on the way coming out.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm about to leave now. Fuck it.
Remember we
You
were
know,
funky.
come on up.
Like that with Kmart, and Kmart had amazing popcorn, cotton candy, Slurpees, and you took your family photo. Ha ha! Don't get me started with Woolworth and Kessler's. Now you know what, Haji? Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me about the motherfucking Kmart, honey, because Kmart was the motherfucking store, honey. Kmart, Woolworth was the store because they had that diner in the background, honey. You could sit up there and go get a whole meatloaf meal and shit, honey. It was the tea. It was the tea. Okay, all of that. Hell yeah, all of that. Okay, up to $9. Oh hell no, that's not. You heard what I said? They said up to $9 per hour. That's what they said. Yes, how lucrative. Okay, right. Okay, exactly. Okay, right. Okay, cost right. What'd you say? Exactly. Exactly. As if by the time, of course, by the time they take out the taxes, okay, that means they're paying $7.50 an hour for organized slavery and high volume. How about that? Hey, fuck with that one, Trace. Tracy, you're not lying. Restaurants take full advantage of their employees. And you know what? With restaurants, I'm going to tell y'all something because I never understood that whole idea that because waiters and stuff are tipped employees, that your hourly rate is like the server's hourly rate is $2.60 an hour. That's a minimum wage for servers because everything is tipped. Tips are not guaranteed. Tips are not guaranteed. Okay. And everybody trying to hustle and sit up there and basically kissing folks' ass to make sure you getting them good service. But then you know broke motherfuckers who don't know how to tip. They come up in there and they look at you as if, oh, well, this is your job. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. So why should I tip you? This is what the fuck, this is your job. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can understand how the party wings get littler, but the price is getting bigger. Girl, don't you stop. Don't you start. Don't you start. Don't you start. Don't you damn start me on them damn wing dings, honey. Because remember, back in the day, they were called wing dings. We call them wing dings, honey, because they were pieces of chicken. Now, because they done cut off the little flap, now they let you know, oh, well, no, these are wings. And of course, when you do the math yourself, you take the little flap off because you're going to throw that away anyway. Unless you're greedy like me, honey. I try to eat all just above the bone where the meat is, honey. Okay, that little extra coating right there, that's kind of cute. Okay. But you throw that part away. So now you sit up here and get your wings, your little wing dings and things. But they used to be, real cute, a nice size. And I'm not talking the ones that were hormone induced. Okay. Because the hormone induced one, them bitches took forever to cook. You had to stab them and jab them in order to cook, especially the drums, because I like all drums. Okay, the fats. You got your flats and fats, and everybody loves flats. I guess they feel they get more meat on them, honey. The drums is where it is for me, honey. Because I just sit there, take that bone, honey, sip and go, honey. Sip and go. I ain't got time to sit there and break them 2 pieces of bone or whatever, because it'll get on my nerves. Okay? Give me all fats, honey, and I'm good. But yeah, I know at my job, child, they sit up here and they had one set of wings that they served the guests, but every time they gave the employees wings, we had these goddamn fetuses of chicken. Okay, to where a 10-piece was actually really a 3-piece. By the time you added up the meat collectively, okay, anorexic damn chickens, okay, or just chicks, because child wasn't no end nowhere, honey, just chicks, okay. Organic is not only labor intensive, but lower yield and higher quality product, not to mention uglier fruit. So more chance that the yield is even lower since they select pretty fruit to sell. Oh, Amy, now, okay, now you know what? I did not recognize that. Okay.
Now that there is an education, so I can pump my brakes a little bit on organic farming. Okay, because you're right. Everybody, it's all about the look and things. And if the look ain't right, honey, yeah, we'll leave it there, or if it got a couple of bumps or dents and carrying on, yeah, it will get overlooked. Okay. And then it doesn't sell, okay. Okay. I can ride with that. I can ride with that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can, honey. Yes, I can. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. I done lost my space. Okay, y'all know every time I try to scroll down and get the comments, this thing rolls and carrying on. For the wise shopper, not everything that sells organic is actually organic nor worth the price. Now that there is absolutely true. I think, see, here's the other thing. See, just like saying something is gluten free and this, that, and the other, that there is propaganda. It's propaganda, honey, and it sells. Okay, so if you learn how to read the ingredients and carrying on, when you flip something over, the first three ingredients tell you exactly what the hell the product is. That's what come like with imitation cheese. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't mind, well, wait a minute, let me put that back. Let me take that back because I don't think that I've ever had the vegan cheeses again. I've done that imitation cheese, because you rush because it was 99 cents for 16 slices or whatever. So you rush to get it because you're on the budget. But it says imitation cheese. Well, baby, cheese always supposed to have milk in it somewhere. Cheese is made from milk. When you flip that bitch over, it says water, partially hydrogenated oil, cotton oil, some kind of mineral cotton oil or something, whey something or another. It's not even whey protein or something else. And then it'll say milk is somewhere down the line. So anytime you see those ingredients, that shit ain't no motherfucking good and ain't gonna do nothing. That's how come it doesn't melt. Have you ever tried to use that and you wonder how come the damn cheese ain't melted yet? Because it's not going to. It ain't nothing. So when you look at the packaging and carry it on, you start to understand a little bit. My neck is starting to bother me a little bit. I think I got a little tense. You start to understand that what you're getting is not what it is. Now, I like the processed cheese. Now you may see like a Velveeta type cheese or something that says a store brand cheese that'll say, it's cheese or it's processed cheese or whatever. When you turn it over and it says milk and this, that, and the other, then you know that you got some kind of cheese. Now it may be a creamier cheese or, because American cheese really ain't got no flavor to it. Everybody just got like American cheese because it's cheap. You only use cheddar when you want your macaroni and cheese. You don't think about American cheese on your hamburgers or nothing like that because you don't think about it in that particular realm. And then they don't put necessarily buy cheddar cheese or whatever in slices. Now they're starting to do that with Swiss and you get a Kobe Jack slice. And I know when I go to Kroger, they may have the 4 cheese slices and it's Monster, Kobe, whatever, and a couple other cheeses, And so I would get those because it's cute, yeah, give you a little flavor, and all that. So yeah, okay, so that there is good. That's real good. What we got? My first security job in DC back in 2004 was $9 an hour. Don't miss that pay. Well, Princess, let me say something, honey. Believe it or not, they still there at $9 an hour. Okay, there are companies now still that only pay security officers $9 an hour. And then, as you well know, most folks think that security means, you know, uh, bootleg police. So they think you have all of the power, all of the responsibility that police officers have. Okay, especially if you work in retail. Because retail, they want you to tackle the stores, tackle folks trying to steal and this, that, and the other. And then a lot of the companies don't have medical insurance. They have no benefit package. So you're basically there and they want you to fight and carry on like you at the motherfucking clubs and shit for $9 a motherfucking hour or less. How about that? And you wonder why folks go to sleep in the guard booths. Hmm? Georgia's serving minimum wage is $2.13 last night. See, they ain't even 260. How about that? Ain't even $2.60. Okay. Waited tables at a few places. Trust me, I know. Okay, how about that? Okay. The dab arm of the wing. Okay. Right. Okay. Wings are getting smaller because they're breeding chickens to have larger breasts, and the rest is shrinking, in my opinion. Y'all seen chicken breasts lately? Mutant chickens. Wait a minute. You know what? Oh, if I can find this, I'm gonna take a commercial break, and I'm gonna find this clip about these cows. Have y'all? It's one where there's this cow, and they done pump this damn cow up so badly the cow can't even walk. Okay. Same thing with the chickens and carrying on. They trying to get all this goddamn chicken titty out here. Okay. For what? So they could charge more, because how many of y'all remember that back in the 70s and the early 80s, early to mid 80s, the wings were not considered white meat and they were cheaper then. Once they set up there and made wings white meat, baby, them motherfucking prices went out of the roof, which is why you find thighs and legs always on sale. Especially leg quarters. You get a 10-pound bag of leg quarters for 49 cents a pound. And in a 10-pound bag, that's $4.90. And see, now if you own food stamps and carrying on trying to feed a family, what you gonna do? You're gonna stockpile the shit out of that. But when you look at it, you got to clean it, because all that, what we think is the flavor of the meat, all that goddamn cellulite and that fat up under that skin. Have y'all ever paid attention to that? Where it's like, what the fuck is all this? Gelatin or whatever. All that fat that you got to clean out. I have stopped cooking my chicken with the skin on since I was 15, 16 years old. My aunt gave me that. My father's sister, Aunt Delilah. She said that to me one day. She said, and she told me to try using safflower oil because it was a healthier oil. I haven't safflower oil, not to cook with, saute with, yeah, but not to fry no chicken. Okay, I prefer peanut oil actually. But I started that. So when you pull the skin back, when you take the skin off, you think you're done. No, honey, because you got all this damn uk and gunk up under the skin that now you got to cut off. Okay. And you got, because it don't peel off, you got to cut that shit off, because that's the damn fat up under the skin. And it makes me think about what we look like as humans. What the hell that cellulite must look like? If somebody did an autopsy on us and looked at that damn fat up under your skin, it's enough to make you go vegetarian. I tell you the truth, I haven't yet. Okay. But it's enough to make you do that. Okay. And then going back to Amy's point, do y'all remember years ago, again, they had this thing where Popeyes, remember Popeyes, or was it churches? It was churches. They came out and they used to tell you that, oh, our chicken is 25% bigger than the competition. And they would show you this big ass wing. I like, they ain't no goddamn chicken, that's a turkey wing. When y'all start doing turkey? Okay. All that big ass child, bad. Used to be a time, honey, when chicken and stuff was and meat was grown and done in a way that was cute and safe, and they wasn't so busy concentrating on mass production. You could take and have dinner on the table from freezer to table within an hour and a half, because it didn't take long to unthaw. Once you unthawed it, you could season it, put in some hot grease if you were frying or in the oven or whatever. It used to take, you could get a whole batch of chicken done in 20 minutes, a whole batch. Now, a whole container. Now it takes you 20 minutes per drop, 20 to 25 minutes per drop, because you got to cook down to that bone. How many of y'all did that? You think the chicken was done? It's burning and shit, but all of that is the top, because that bone is still bloody on the bone. I just saw Pepsi flavored water a week ago. Pepsi flavored water? Really, EJ? Wow. The anorexic 10-piece. I cannot. Exactly. Okay, right. I hope you discussed the food deserts in poor communities. You know I did, but bring it back up because that's the whole idea. You know, with the Family Dollars and the Dollar Generals and the Dollar Trees, those have become essentially a lot of stores, especially after hours. If you can't get to the grocery store, now I want you to pay attention to something because I know it happens over here right now in my neighborhood. We have I have a Dollar General that's down the street from me at the main intersection. Okay, I can walk to it. Now, that's going straight down the street. Now, if I go around the corner down the street this way, going east, I got a Family Dollar that was just put up there. And that Family Dollar is maybe about 2.5 years old. Okay. It slipped through the cracks. We didn't know, I don't know. This is before I started doing anything with urban development. We didn't even know the damn thing was coming. Didn't know anything about it. But in that time, the grocery stores that we had, the grocery store is 4 miles down the street. That there is is Kroger. Okay. Now across the street from Kroger, we got Walmart. Now we got a Walmart superstore. So they got the big grocery store and this, that, and the other. Okay, so they in competition with each other. Okay. Now, maybe 4 miles from my house, 4 miles going north, we have a Wayfield. Okay. But again, I can get here to Dollar General and Family Dollar. They're not even a mile away from me. They're not even a whole mile away from me. Both of them. And they're about roughly the same distance from me. Okay. So when I'm in a pinch, you know how oh damn it, I'm out of pepper. Run down to the store, give me some pepper real quick. Oh, well, while you're there, get this and get this. Okay. What? So then you end up paying $3.49 or $4.19 for a gallon of milk because you're paying for the convenience now. Okay. And then when you do the math, what it would have cost me $2.25 or $2.50 to get on the bus and then to come back. So that was $5 if I had done, see you do all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Overall, they need to cut that check. What you say? Fuck the dumb shit. Cut my check. Okay. That I work for, that I've earned. Okay. How about that? Hey, Road, what's going on? Where can I find Diet Coochie? You know what, motherfucker? I sure is hungry. You know what? I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to beat your ass. And I can't even put my thing up because you ain't even on the screen. Oh, I can't with you. I can't with you. I can't with you. That big guy over in Buck and Bankhead. God, when I was a kid, we were very poor and got things from the local food pantry. I remember asking my dad why the cheese said processed cheese food. Wasn't it cheese? Is it cheese food? Why do they have to call it a food product? Right. It's a conversation that for some reason I never forgot because you was conscious about the food, honey. Exactly. Why, if it's cheese, why is it processed cheese food? It's the same thing. Listen, have y'all gone to like Little Caesars or Pizza Hut carrying on? Do y'all know you have ham? You get ham, pepperoni. You're supposed to get hamburger, but sometimes they say beef topping, sometimes they say pork topping. They don't say hamburger. They don't say ham or bacon. They say pork topping. They say beef topping, which means what cut of the motherfucking beef am I getting? You done ground up some shit, just put it on here and called it, and because it came from the cow or the pig, it's beef topping. How about that? Mm-hmm. Dollar Tree cheese burns like a candle. Slow. Okay. Okay, slow, but yet when they hit that goddamn wax, because they sit there blacking up that goddamn, okay, the side of that glass, baby. Okay. Love when Amy Kathleen Long adds to the discussion, please make her a member of the research department rather. True about the security department pay rate. Of course, of course. Okay. Means I hope they pay you more than $9 an hour. I could definitely vouch that you are worth much more than that as a security guard. But thank you, baby. Oh, honey, listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, I'm double digits, but um, I'm not what I should be paid. Not for having 25 years experience. What I should be at least double what I am. Okay. And I'm 2 cents shy of $14 an hour. I don't have no problem talking about that because hell, if they take minimum wage to $15 an hour, then shit, that means I get a pay rate increase on general GP. They'll probably take me up to 16 then, so I could be $1 over or whatever. But no, at this particular point, with 25 years security experience, and of those 25 years, I know at least about 7 of them I've been a supervisor and have trained officers and carrying on, and I've been departmental heads. Like like at my former job, not only was I the security officer, but I was our um administrative assistant in the department. Because when I came in, there was some shit that needed to be done. I was at the Western Atlanta Airport. Okay, before it became a Western, it was a Radisson. Okay. Now I don't know how long the name change had been. I know it had been at least years. Okay, years. And I'm gonna say at least 10 that they have been Western. Do you know that the paperwork that we were still using as official paperwork that goes into the records, that if we were to go to court on and they pull that shit, it can go down and say, well, how come how would this be true? Because the paperwork still said the Radisson and not the Western. So we changed that. We had to organize the department so that folks could know how to do shit. Then it came when the cameras and stuff. I learned the camera system, and then I was responsible for making the cheat sheet for everybody to learn how to work the camera system and carrying on. So that's the kind of stuff that I was doing at this particular place. Here at my current donut factory, I was trying to do all of that, but then I got they thought I was trying to usurp the management team or whatever. So they made me pump my brakes on some shit. So there you have it. Okay. Amy Kelly, don't be fooled by the term urban. A lot of these packages come from the same processing plant, just have prettier packaging, like buying clothes in the clothing district. You know what? Now let me tell you something about that. Because this is something that I learned. Remember the no brand foods that came with the black and white labels, the black and white and red letterings or whatever, white with the red lines and the black letters. Okay, that was the no brand. It just said bread or peanut butter, right? One day, I was at this is back home, and I was at Farmer Jack. I happened to turn the back over, right, and look at the distributing company, distributed by. That bread was distributed by the same people who was distributing the name brand bread. It was the exact same distributor. So I said, this the same motherfucking bread. But because it's no brand, and so diddy bitches won't buy it because the no brand meant that you were poor, or that's what the folks on food stamps get. They bought the $2 bread because they wanted to show that they had money. Or my taste is, oh no, I got to have Pepperidge Farm bread, honey. Bitch, Pepperidge Farm were the ones that were sitting up there doing the no bread. So, bitch, you could have saved you a couple of dollars and bought the no brand and got the same shit. Okay? How about that? Yeah. Uh-huh. Good thing I currently work for
one of the major security firms in the country that has an office in DC. Well, how about that? Okay. Haji, sorry, I meant deserts, not desserts. As in wasteland, not cheesecake. But good point about marketing. I love it. Okay. Well, fake news, dot, dot, dot. Those chicken breasts are silicone implants. Well, I saw a picture of a cow that looks like he lifted weights. He was pumped. Okay, you saw that. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, child. Yes. Plus, in DC, they're unionized, so I have health insurance coverage. You know what? I've always said that about security companies and that security officers, period. We needed to have a union because oftentimes, in many cases, we're seen as independent contractors. And then in other cases, we have no protections. We have no protections from outside entities because if something go wrong, particularly those who are armed. Now, I've never fired a weapon yet. That's going to change. Um, I've never fired a weapon, but I never wanted to be on a job where I needed one because the responsibility was too high. Because if I would have to, even when I had a nightstick, if I pulled my weapon, that's a whole ton of paperwork. And if somebody actually got hurt, if the people are crafty, which a lot of people are nowadays, not only do they go after the company that I work for, they're going to come after me personally. Okay. And if the company don't feel as though what I did was justifiable, they're not going to protect me. Okay, they're not going to protect me. And I'm going to go public with this. And I don't give a fuck because it happened. I had an incident at the current donut factory. Okay. This was what? This is 2020. So this is what, maybe 4 years ago. Maybe. Is it 4 years ago? Maybe. Whatever. Um, I had an incident where I had a vagrant come in. Okay. The vagrant came in out of his mind and carrying on, blah, 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 blah. So we're trying to get him. He thought he was in this hotel. He wasn't in our hotel, blah, blah, blah. So he going through his little shtick. Later, we found out that he did have a hotel, but he was at the wrong hotel. Okay. However, it's our job to take pictures of the people, and carrying on. So I was using my cell phone to take his picture. But every time I thought I had a good picture, he would turn, so I was only getting the profile and this, that, and the other. He was trying to walk away, and I got that good picture, right? And I got it. But he was walking to the door. So I said, okay. Well, then he started saying, he was throwing his hand, man, don't take a picture of me, don't take my picture. I said, no, I got to take a picture because, I'm telling him, no, you in here, you fucking up, dude. So, yeah. Well, he never posed a threat to me, right? Because, I never felt anything off of him. But all of a sudden, this motherfucker takes and he has slapped my phone out of my hand. Well, my instinct kicked in and I knocked the shit out of his ass. Okay. Well, then he wanted to buck. Okay. So we fought. And I commenced to whooping his ass until I fell. I had fallen, throwing him out the door, right? And I tripped over his foot and I fell. And he got a nice couple of licks in, honey. He hit the shit out of my ass, baby. And I'm trying to recover because I had fallen. But when I got back up, the police had already got there. So I had just taken my last little throw and I knocked the shit out of his ass again. And he scratched me on my nose. So I had a little scratch on my nose. So, of course, it looked like, because now I'm the one bleeding that he whooped my ass. And it didn't happen like that. So, what happened, the management company that we had at the time, okay, they're no longer with us. They went to go review the tape, right? And with my boss had carried on, because now I had to write this report and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And that's, like I said, we found out that he did have a hotel room.
He wasn't at our hotel. He was at somebody else's hotel. And what happened was the police identified his name because his mother had called and was already had the police looking for him. So he down here fucking around at our hotel. They knew who he was and they took him back to his shit. Well, I got called into a meeting and I was told that I provoked it. I said, excuse me? Well, yeah, because even though we don't have any sound on the camera, it clearly showed that the guy was waving you off and as if to say, don't take his picture, but you continued, which provoked him to retaliate. I said, oh, no, you won't. I said, my job is to take pictures of the children because this is what we do. This is what your directive to us is to take motherfucking pictures. Okay? My partner was in the security booth. He came up but didn't have the camera, so he doubled back to go with the company camera. The boy was leaving. I didn't have time to wait. So I took his picture so that we had something to show. Okay, we put it in the email. Be on the lookout for this picture. So now it's my fault that I provoked him? Really? They did not have my back on that. You understand me? They did not have my back on that call and told me, in fact, it was a write-up. It was a verbal warning write-up that if I were to engage like that again, that I would be in violation of company policy. I said, well, ain't that a motherfucking bitch? Ain't that a bitch? So since then, honey, I don't take pictures with my cell phone. Fuck y'all. If I don't have the camera, then y'all gonna use the camera that we have up here because you're gonna get it that way. Okay? Yeah. Okay, that's what that was. So they ultimately made it me. So now here I am doing my job, and my boss told me, oh, well, you could have waited for the police to get there so that you could have had backup, and then you could have took his picture once the situation got subdued. I don't have time to wait for the police because there was no guarantee that they was going to get there. My directive is to take pictures. Boom. Okay. Then he said, if he was leaving, you should have let him go ahead on the go. But he was, so I took a picture because he was leaving. So yeah. Okay. So no, they don't offer that. So crafty bitches to sit up there and make a story out of it. And then when it comes down to everybody thinking they're gonna get a check, they're gonna get as much money as possible. So they're gonna go for all three entities. They're gonna go for me. Okay, they're gonna go for the company itself. Okay. And they will go for the management company because the hotel and the management company, though they're the same people, is two separate entities. So that's another damn check. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't perp. I used to love church, especially spicy. Okay, girl, listen. I got a soft spot for some church's chicken, honey. Whenever I got a taste for some grease. Okay, whenever I need some grease, child, I do. But we just went and bought some Popeyes today. That's a whole nother story, child. That's a whole nother motherfucking story. Meat, you should get an air fryer instant pot, chicken fried perfectly, or pressure cooker and fall off the bone in around an hour. Even mutant chicken. I have a slow cooker. I got a crock pot. I got an air fryer. My son bought it, but I never used the damn thing. The bitch been up in here for 2 years. I've never cooked in it. Okay, but I keep my sister-in-law, honey. My sister-in-law. Well, she, when I went home last, she had given me some air fried chicken, and that shit was fabulous. I just have not learned the machine, so I really need to because it's just sitting here collecting dust, actually. Okay. Oh, that was church's chicken. I remember my steroid cowboy days. We saw that same growth hormone on rats, and we lost our minds because that rat had enough muscle to strong arm rob you. You so motherfucking stupid, but yeah. Okay. Okay, shout out. Hey, Aunt Nikki, we know you listening. Okay, hey, shout out to Aunt Nikki. Okay, I got ripped off in the Pepsi like a bag of air, and had a few potato chips. It was watered down, child. Yeah, of course it was. Okay, of course. Okay. Amy, I still want to know what is honey sauce at KFC. Right. Okay. Whatever it is, they're certainly not robbing any bees for it. Y'all, okay, come on, children. See, y'all own it tonight. Y'all are on it tonight, honey. What you say? You know, there's a whole nother. That's a whole nother conversation to be had about counterfeit honey. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Okay. Well. Okay. Oh no, my mama did not play that. No brand or Spartan brand bullshit. No matter how tough, uh, how tight stuff got. Okay. She didn't play that. Y'all didn't do. Okay. Mama say, now you know what? I'm like that on certain things because I am brand sensitive. You are not going to come up in here with no damn generic Miracle Whip. I don't want whipped salad dressing. No. Okay, you're not gonna bring that up in here. I need Miracle Whip. Okay, you're gonna bring Miracle Whip up in this motherfucking house. Point blank. I think that's the only thing that I know I need a name brand on. Okay. Otherwise than that, I can handle it. I can handle it. Okay. Also, another conversation to be had about government food and poor communities' health. Native American reservations have the highest diabetes rate, and I'll bet it's not genetic. You know what? I did not know that about Native American reservations and diabetes. I did not know that because I'm so busy hearing about us to where I never thought about it in anybody else. Okay. My trick for desert and dessert. One snake in the desert, 2 scoops of ice cream for dessert. How about that? Okay. That's cute for one S versus 2 S's. Okay, that's cute. Snake and 2 scoops. Well, how about that? Okay. How about that? 2 scoops. Okay. I know I'm late, but I'm here. Okay. Okay, he will draw back a nub, baby. Okay. Incident reports are the words shaking my head, but as an unnecessary evil. Child, trust me. If it ain't wrote, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. That there is the rule of security. If it is not documented, it did not happen. And for those of y'all who like to sit down there and say you take your job too seriously, bitch, it is my job. What the fuck do you mean I take it too seriously? Okay, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? This is how I put food on the table. I don't come to your job when you sitting up there on your phone calls and shit trying to collect the bill and trying to cuss folks out to get this damn money. Ain't that your motherfucking job? And if I cuss your bitch ass out, what you gonna do? You still gonna press it to sit up there and say, this is my job, right? So no, it's not about me trying to make sure that you know the rules. It's always those every time, and I know in my experience, every time I hear that come out of somebody's mouth, it's always somebody who breaking the rules and want you to get them a pass or let them slide. No, bitch. Number one, you a guest. Okay. So that means that at the end of your stay, bitch, you get to be gone and think that you done got over on the bitch. I'm the one that got to have the repercussions behind it. So see, you get to come back when as long as your coins say you can or your time. And when you come back, bitch, I may not have a job, which means I'm coming looking for you so I can take yours. How about that? Hmm. Okay. Photos are important so that we can bar the person from the property. So you were in the right. Trust me, I know, but they did not cover me. They didn't have me. They didn't have me. Okay. Yeah, I know it was messed up. That's the worst part to feel like the company you work for doesn't have your back. Of course. Okay. So what's the purpose of having security if you can't do something? I cover the camera. The fuck? Okay. Exactly. Okay. Let's see. Amy, it's not the food, but medical disrespect. Hospitals treat urban people with disdain like we're dine and dashers, even though there are programs that cover our expenses. Do you know what? That's a whole nother topic as far as understanding that dynamic. Okay. Because, I get tired of hospitals and things acting as if this shit is coming out your motherfucking personal medicine cabinet. Like, you done spent your hard-earned money, and you taking care of me is going to deplete your supply. Okay? Or you mad at me because I'm overweight, and you mad because this is the job that you chose. And then you went, well, that's why you're big now. That's how come. No, bitch, don't you say, that's how come nothing. Don't you? No, you don't have that right to do that because your job is to take care of the sick. Because before you knew about me, bitch, I wasn't sick, was I? Okay? Don't you? No, 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 no. And I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was going through my shit in New York, when I damn near died, I swear, I swear. By everything in me, every motherfucking thing in me that says I'm alive. If I could have got up off this motherfucking table, I'd have whooped that bitch's ass because that burns me to this day. That burns me. I'm sitting up in here. I'm in the emergency room. They done kept me down in emergency for 2 days. And I'm sitting up here waiting on the motherfucking doctor to come and see me. And y'all got these goddamn students coming in every 12 hours. I'm sitting up here like, okay, what the fuck am I waiting on? What is happening? What is happening? Then the bitch finally show up. Well, Mr. Taylor, we understand that you want to see us. Yes, I want to see you. What the hell are the test results? What the fuck is going on? That bitch sat up there and said to me, well, Mr. Taylor, if you don't like the treatment that you're receiving, you can always get up and go someplace else. Bitch, when I tell you, oh my God. I leaped up, but I was hurting so goddamn much, child, I couldn't. Oh my God. I was trying to get the fuck up out that goddamn gurney so bad. I was oh. And she was an Asian woman. She was still a student doctor, but she was doing her residency, so she wanted to, yeah. Bitch. 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 When I tell you, every child, I have never felt my heart bump. I swore it was about to come out of my chest. Uh, uh-uh. Uh-uh. Oh, honey. Uh-uh. Ooh. Baby, baby. Hell yeah, that Ninja Foodie and the Ninja Foodie Grill is the truth. You should see what I cooked the last 2 nights. You know what? You got food porn? You take pictures, honey. Okay, I'm all for the porn, honey. In all flavors. Is it food porn? Yes, give it to me. Yes, get an air fryer oven. You want really? Now I've always seen those things on the infomercials, the confection ovens and things. I've always wanted one of those girls, honey, because that bitch looks sickening, honey. It does look sickening. I agree that is the biggest issue, but just not the only one. What you put in your body is what feeds your cells. If you eat high carbs, high sugar, high sodium, and high fat foods, then you're in a health crisis at a cellular level. That's true. That there is true. I know y'all heard me say I got to take off the 60 pounds that I've gained over the 3 years that I was in school. And it's all talk right now because I have not been diligent in doing it. I got my protein shake and carrying on because I did have one of the gastric surgery, so they told me that I'm supposed to have 120 grams of protein in me a day. Okay, and it seemed like it's fucking impossible to do, but on the program, that's what it's supposed to be. I gained the weight eating candy. Okay, and I know it was strictly candy because I was burning the candle at both ends of the stick. I was getting off work at 7 in the morning, had to be to school. I'm at school from 8 to 5. Then I'm taking the train home because I'm up in Sandy Springs, living in College Park, so that's a 2-hour train ride. So, okay, so now I'm falling asleep on the train to get home by 7 o'clock. I may have 2 hours, maybe 2.5, because I'm back to work at 11. Okay. So I was eating candy and chocolate trying to stay awake. Okay, which didn't help because the sugar then crashed and it made me go to sleep even faster. Okay, so I gained 60 pounds over the 3 years that I was in school because I was going part time. So, uh, in that, we want to take this weight. I keep saying that I don't want to lose it because every time you lose something, it's human nature for us to go find it. So I want to release it back into the ethers, honey. Let's release it because I am best now that at being 50 years young. I function best being up under 300 pounds. Okay. Currently, I'm 355, 360, I think I am. So I need to come back down to 290. 300, I love 290. 290 is sick, but I'm sickening now. Okay. I'm fabulous now, but I want to get up under so I can be at my optimum. Okay. And that's going to require me getting up off my ass because I've been lazy and I've been living in this complex, child, for the last 12 of the 13 years I've been in Atlanta. And the only time I have gone to our little fitness center is to go show somebody around. I went up in there to go see what kind of equipment that we have. I've never used it. I've never anything. So I'm not going to pay nobody's gym membership. And I got one here that I don't use. Okay. Nor do I have it. But see, I don't have an incentive. See, going to the gym, I may have an incentive to get there. However, wait a minute. Nikki done came up in here. Hey, what's going on, girl?
Hey y'all know y'all ain't gonna see my face. These grandkids been driving me crazy, so I look a little crazy. But since we're on the subject of the way people like especially healthcare workers and doctors and stuff like that, I wanted to point out the fact that you guys, I told y'all before I have sickle cell, right? And God has blessed me to I didn't start getting ass sick until like my mid 30s and early 40s, right? I've always had private insurance, whether it be when I was young with my mom or then when I got married and my husband was in the military. And then I had, I worked for mental health for so long, so I always had private insurance. When the doctors finally took me out of work because I had just like started having crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis, get on Medicare, right? Medicare, and then they supplement it with Medicaid, right? So really, all my doctors knew me. They knew me. So if I come to the hospital and I'm in crisis, I'm not sitting out in the front in the waiting room. They put my name in the thing. They say, Ms. Mayo Corsi, are you in crisis? Yes. Take me straight to the back, right? And we have the health systems, like it's like 3 or 4 different hospitals where they are connected, where they were already connected. So even if I went to, as long as I went to those, my stuff would still be in there. So they would just send me straight to the back. When I came to Georgia in 2013, Piedmont Henry, Stockbridge, I'm going crisis. And the first time they had me in the waiting room, the regular waiting room, for over 4 hours.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody doesn't know what sickle cell pain feels like when you're in a full-blown crisis. Maybe if you know somebody that maybe who has fibromyalgia or something like that, the pain will feel like your whole body is on fire. You can't tell where it begins, where it ends. Now, but I can tell you during those experiences, because I went there, I had to go when I was going into crisis. But over time, what I realized was if they could sit me out here in this goddamn waiting room all this time and not take care of me, then I can do it at home. And at that time, I was on a lot of shit because I was having crisis at least like 6 months straight. I was in the hospital at least once a month for at least 7 days.
Wow.
Right? So they had me on all this shit talking about they wanted to make sure they was trying to prevent the crisis from happening because they didn't know what to fight it. Like they, with sickle cell, even though now they claim they got a cure and everything, once you're 40, it's a stem cell thing. But once you're 40, you can't get it. They don't tell everybody that.
How about that?
They don't do people over 40 because they figure if you made it past 40, well, good luck with that because you wasn't expected to live no damn way.
Oh, that part.
Yeah, because that's why I always say my testimony is You told me I was going to die since I was little. You told me I wasn't never going to have no kids. I got 5. I'm still here. I'm 50. I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. But I was on all this medicine and shit. And I remember one time they gave me Dilaudid, right? It's not something that I'm not used to. I'm used to it because I'm allergic to morphine. They gave me Dilaudid and sent me home. Oh. This is their thing. They so thinking, oh, she black in here talking about she in crisis. She just want to get high. Well, first of all, you asshole bastards, I'm not on drugs, and I ain't never been on no motherfucking drugs except for when I'm sick.
Right. How about that?
So, all the shit that they had me on, I mean, at this time, I was on a fucking fentanyl patch, this, that, all this bullshit, right? So I remember calling my doctor and I said, listen, I don't want to be on this shit no more. The only time I have to take this is when I'm in crisis. The same way they had me in Philly. When I'm in crisis, when I need it, period.
Right.
So the doctor gonna tell me, you can't just come off of it. Because I remember my psychologist had told me one time before, I guess apparently she didn't know that I worked in mental health. So when she said this shit, she thought she was talking to somebody stupid. So she said, well, you're not addicted to it. You're just dependent on it. And I'm sitting there like, bitch, that's the same shit. Like, do you know I see mental patients all day, every motherfucking day? Are you fucking crazy? So long story short, they tell me I can't come off of it. Use a motherfucking lie. But what I did find out is what it's like for a motherfucking person trying to come off some heroin or shit. Because I ripped that motherfucking fentanyl patch off. I didn't take no motherfucking Dilaudid. I didn't take no Percocet. I didn't take shit. When I tell y'all, I saw shit up in the ceiling. Fucking, my neurotransmitters was going crazy. I seen all kinds of shit. And then I had to go to the doctor. I had to go to the hospital then because then I couldn't take it. So they said, well, what happened? And I told them. And the doctor was like, no. It was a different doctor. Matter of fact, it was a black doctor. He said, you can't do that. We will start this thing to step you down. If this is what you really want, we'll step you down. Then he was asking me, like, why did you want to do this? I said, because I came in here and these people here treated me like I was a drug addict, which I am not at all.
Right.
So I never, that was like the worst feeling to have these highfalutin tootie motherfuckers. You think because it's Piedmont, Henry County, that y'all supposed to be so much better than somebody fucking else. And that's just certainly not the case. And to treat people like that was horrible. But the funny story about being at Piedmont Henry, you know who is the ER nurse at Piedmont Henry?
Who?
Flavor Flav's sister.
Oh, no. Okay.
She is. And she was the nicest motherfucking person I could. And you know, now y'all know, we all know Flavor ain't that attractive. But you ever see somebody that look just like somebody, they don't look ugly? Huh?
I know somebody he was described was as a burnt matchstick. I'm trying to think who said that.
But you know how sometimes you can see somebody that's really not attractive, and then they got like a baby or something that look like them, but they not ugly like that. That's how she is.
Okay.
It's like that. It's like she looked just like, and you could tell they related, but she's not like attractive like him. I don't even know how the fuck that works. Right. One of his sons is like that too. One of his sons look just like him, but he's handsome. I don't understand. But yeah, like that story of if you in different tax brackets and shit like that, on how they treat you. You know, we talk about it in our food, with the food and stuff in the neighborhoods and what stores, you know, when you in the hood, you see a Family Dollar and shit like that, you in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You see motherfucking Whole Foods, you know you're not in the hood. And it's the same way.
But you know what? And catch this, because even with your Dollar Trees, you know you in the hood when you go in there and look at the merchandise. The merchandise, because
when you go in them other Dollar Trees, and they have them Dollar Trees that, the ones that be up in like Buckhead and shit like that is very different.
Yeah.
Everything is way different. It looks nicer. The way that it's set up. Which Dollar Tree is that? Is it the one down there on that? One of the ones you go in there and it's like, no, it's not. I'm like, it's on Terra. It's on Terra Boulevard. I went in there one time And I'm like, is they going out of business? Like boxes. I went in there not one time. I went in there more than once because the first time I went, I thought maybe, okay, well maybe they just doing rearranging shit and whatnot. When that's why I look a mess.
Right.
I go back again and look the same mess, and I'm like, what in the hell is this? Like, why does it always look like this? Because you know you couldn't have it up in those where they pay higher taxes and shit. It can't look like that there.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a shame, and I really feel like, especially when me and Meech, we talked about this before. You feel like, remember we talked about the Aldi, but you said our Aldi now looking better, like the one we saw up in the neighborhood, right? Y'all had to see this. We go in this Aldi, right? And y'all know how if you shop at Aldi, you know when you first go in there, first thing you see is a bunch of snacks.
Covered in the dough, ain't nothing but junk.
Just junk, cookies, cake,
all the cookies, the
everything.
The this and then the that and the Pop-Tarts, the chips, the thing.
Everything.
First thing you do coming in the door, it's the whole line on both sides.
Well, me and Meech went in the damn Aldi way up, and where the hell was we at?
We were up in Decatur somewhere.
Decatur? Was
no,
it Decatur?
No. Where were we?
I went to school.
No, not no, because we were leaving the studio, and the studio is in. Oh shit, I can't think of where it is, but yeah.
Y'all, we went in there. Them motherfuckers, you walk in their front door, the first thing you see is fruits and vegetables, all the fresh stuff. Was we in Stone Mountain?
I think so.
No.
I'll tell you in a minute. Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
It was a bunch of white people. That wasn't Stone Mountain. I've been in the Stone Mountain areas and stuff. Y'all, we walk in there, fresh fruits and vegetables. As soon as you walk in the door, fresh fruits, and we looking like, well, wait a damn minute. You know, all the nice little white people and stuff like that. Everybody's shopping at Aldi and everything, and I'm like, ours don't look like this. Well, when we walk in the door, the first thing you see is food, and when we walk in this one, in a little nice neighborhood, the fresh fruits and vegetables is what you see when you walk in the door.
Exactly.
Smack when you walk in the door. But you said, Meech, the new one is like that now, right?
Yeah, Tucker. That's what we were. Tucker.
Yes, Tucker. So I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know that the one that's here that's Riverdale, right? Because that's the one on Riverdale Road.
Yeah, that's Riverdale. And they redesigned. They had closed it down to redesign it, and now when you walk in, it's produce. Okay, fresh produce and things. You know, you got dairy and fresh dairy products and all of that. Because all the exotic cheeses and stuff that we bought the last time, all of that is right there when you come in the door, along with your grapes and all of that is right there. Onions and all of that is in the front now. Yeah.
I hope they do all of them like that.
Okay.
Because that's a problem. It's a problem when we know that in advertising, the stuff that catch your eye, it catches your eye. And if that's the first thing you see when you come in the store, that's what you're going to buy. If you got your kids with you, the first thing they see when they come in the store is all the goddamn snacks.
Right.
That's why they put candy and stuff up at the cash register.
At the cash register for the temptation. And see, here's another thing about fruits and vegetables. And that there is, particularly when it comes to kids, because y'all know kids are very color coordinated.
Right.
Okay. Apples, red, delicious apples are called there for a reason. Because that bitch is so shiny and it's so red to where it just look like that's going to be a motherfucking good ass apple if you bite into it. Red, delicious apples, and I know that's a brand itself, you know, but they look inviting. Okay. Then when you get a Granny Smith, that green and the it looks delicious. When they look all night, like Amy was saying before, everybody look for pretty fruit and carrying on. When it looks inviting, how many times have you went to buy broccoli and the trees of the broccoli the stems just look so robust and full and
so robust and the green, you don't see no brown on there.
Yeah.
it made you want to eat it and carry it on, or at least buy it. It's like, this is so goddamn pretty. When I put this on the plate, this gonna be sickening. You know,
it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna find something to make with this. No, you're looking at it like I'm gonna make something with this.
Exactly.
You figure out something to make with it.
Because it's too pretty to leave there. Even if you just do a vegetable dip tray, okay.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, even if you make a little a cheese tray or whatever, even because I like it, like I said, the cheeses and stuff are right there, and just for that. How about you got your exotic cheeses, you know, the edible cheeses, your Breeze and
you know we got it stuff.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? You got maybe get a provolone or whatever, and you could right next to the fruit and the vegetables. And you talking about a fruit, a veggie tray,
the veggie tray, a cheese fruit tray, and a nice glass of wine.
Yeah,
a nice glass of wine, honey. And then all the down here in Georgia, you could just go ahead and buy your wine there. In Philly, you can buy it up there, but down all the wine is right there too.
Right.
You do a nice veggie cheese and cheese, veggie, and wine.
And have a nice set going. See, exactly.
Yes.
And have a cute little set. Okay. And that there is where all of that is. And here's another area where we look at discrimination and things, because my mother told me this and I was floored when she said it. You know, for those of us who are on any kind of narcotic medications, you know, your Dilaudits and your Percocets and this, that, and the others. Pharmacies that are in the hood won't fill a fucking prescription.
Oh yeah.
If you are, my mother went through this, and when she told me that, I gagged, because she said the pharmacist told her that. The pharmacist told her that because my mother had a Detroit address, and because of her address, they did not stock the medicine there, because they said that this particular address they're carrying on, the company won't bring this particular drug down to these addresses. She had to go, and this is CVS. It's CVS.
What?
CVS. Now, Mama back home in Detroit. When she told me this, I was fucking mortified. She said they would not fill those prescriptions when the addresses and stuff are there in the hood. She had to take that. Because she in the system with CVS, they had to go out into the suburbs and get her prescription filled there.
That is so crazy.
Do you hear what I say?
That is so crazy.
Yes. Now, okay, here come Red. I'm finna bring Red up in here, but I'm gonna go back to these comments.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
go. Yeah, let me go back to these comments, because the kids are talking. I want to make sure they get up in here. Okay. Princess said, trust me, being there with you taking your job too seriously bullshit, honey. Okay, right. I still remember the nonsense from the Western, aka swimsuit and the pride. Okay. Oh, you talking about? Oh, no, not the Western.
Don't come down here crying. I said, come here. That nigga come quiet.
Okay. I'm gonna mute you, Red, because you're having a private conversation. Hold on. Yeah, we do need to do a show on health workers, how health workers treat people differently according to their income. 2 days, I thought my experience waiting in 12 hours to see a doctor was bad. Child, 12 hours is regular wait time at Grady. If you are not in, if you're going through emergency at Grady and it's on a first come, first serve basis, and then they prioritize you based on your illness, 12 hours is standard, honey. When you know you going to Grady because you have no health insurance, you need to take a lunch because you're gonna sit there. So that's normal. Okay, that's normal.
I hear people say that.
Okay, and it's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've been a nurse for 30 years, says Roderick. I treat everyone with the respect because I was directed by my mother 30 years to treat Eva if it was treat Eva's if it was me in that bed. I was never disrespectful to anyone for that reason. And I hate when they say we got a VIP. I tell everyone is a VIP. You know what? And I understand that, because see, now they want you to oops, because this is supposed to be an important person. But damn it, If we didn't have no patients, bitch, I wouldn't have a job. Everybody's important.
Okay. Everybody's
Nobody,
important. It's a hospital. It's a
nobody
hospital.
wants to
Everybody
have
is
a death
sick.
record, a death on their record. You
That's
know,
why I said when they sent me home from that hospital after giving me a shot of Dilaudid, and my friend who is like my sister who lives down here, she's an RN, and she was the one coming to get me. And because you know they'll tell you we're gonna give you this, but we can't give it to you if somebody's not here to come and get you. So when I called her and I'm like, listen, they sending me home. She said, they what? She said, what did they give you? I said, you know what they gave me?
right,
She said, they just gave you a shot of
right.
Dilaudid and they telling you they sending you home. I was like, I didn't understand that. I really didn't understand.
That's it.
I've never been anywhere
Who does?
where they will give you a shot of Dilaudid for a sickle cell patient and send me home. Because at the end of the day, if I'm in that bad of a crisis and I get home when the Dilaudid wears off and I'm still in that crisis, then I got to come
And the
back and wait
crisis,
all of the hours and stuff all over again. You're
exactly.
supposed
How
to
about
keep
that?
me there
Right.
for evaluation and see if I'm getting better. If I'm getting better, then you can step down whatever the medicine is. Because I can tell you, okay, I'm still in pain, but not the kind of pain that I was in earlier. And then they can step me down to something lower, and then maybe I could go home the next day. I had never
How about that?
experienced that before. And I was like, what in the hell? Like, y'all trying to kill
Exactly.
me.
Okay.
But that's what it was. They felt like, and I had talked to some people down here, and they had told me, they was like, you know what?
Okay.
A
Well,
lot of people, you know, abuse, they abuse it.
Eric said, if y'all don't, I definitely will. That's a great show topic. Multifaceted. No, do it anyway, whether we do it or not.
Do it anyway.
Do it anyway, because we need to have all eyes and all opinions on that. Don't get me started with the new wave convection oven. That thing was the bomb when I was living on my own. Okay, okay, is that an endorsement? Okay. Okay. EJ said, I'm a former
goddamn, yeah, damn.
And patients are notified to seek treatment elsewhere, where to avoid entrapment lawsuits. Healthcare workers been falsely arrested before for holding patients against their will. Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow. I hate when they think you're stupid, not knowing a person has behavioral health and nursing experience. It happens to me. Wow.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Tracy talking about when that fucking psychologist talking about something. You're not addicted to it. Your body just dependent. Bitch, is you stupid? Or you think I'm stupid?
Nikki, I'm so sorry for the way you was treated. Okay. Oh,
but you know what, Roger? You know what? I think that because that showed me that I can endure some of that pain at home. And once I started that journey, I started a whole natural thing. And now I don't get as sick that often. Even when I go into sickle cell crisis, they don't last as long. And I know what to do naturally now. So even though it's fucked up that they treated me that way, it made me look to be able to see what I could do to help myself.
Exactly.
I don't like the way they treat people though, but that would, I thank them for it too.
Okay. Now here, let's do this because this is supposed to be satisfying Saturday, you know. And I know I came up in here and we done took the show into a whole new direction. I still want to give y'all no. I started it, honey. So shit is on me. Okay. I still want to give y'all this particular passage from the first book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along the Spiritual Journey, because the name of the show is called "The Process is Sandpaper for the Soul," and I wanted to get into the whole idea of what do you do when either you think you're doing something out of obligation, or wait a minute. Let me tell you how I wrote it up. Let me read it how I wrote it up because I want to make sure I get this right because it's real cute how I wrote it. Okay. All right. How many times have we been at the crossroads in life and then wonder, why am I going through all of this? We all must be willing to accept the process of life and know that it's necessary for development. Let's dish this tea. Now, and then the other things we were talking about, the war on drugs. Are we solving this problem, or are we at a point of just accepting all of this with the hopes of people killing themselves off? Is it a war on drugs, or is it an epidemic now that opioids are the drugs of choice? Okay.
On Monday,
Uh-huh.
that opioids, because it was a choice, they choose to think you're doing it because they can break it and they have to get to their interest. And so I got the statement as a human when you doing a lot of Jackson, you see like the Jackson kept talking that shit, but
Right.
doing it they legally, and then eventually their name cut. And they said it was going to do the y'all, it's going to kill y'all eventually.
Eventually, exactly.
They got two
Now,
opioid things. One for inpatient and one for outpatient. They did at outpatient, not just on repairs. These the homeless people.
Right. Right.
now,
On
here's
the
my
opioids.
question.
Right.
Here's my question about opioids, right? Big
Uh-huh.
pharma can create anything, right?
Right.
So
Right.
you telling me there's no way to make a pain med without it being addictive? There's no way to simulate whatever it is that addictive thing and still just relieve the pain.
Listen, let me tell you something, honey. The thing that makes it addictive is the pain reliever, because that there is the part. It's just like look at what they're doing between THC and CBD oil.
Right.
Okay. THC is the part that makes you high.
Right. So they take the
CBD
THC out and we get the CBD oil and get all the
and get
stuff. It
all
helps
of the
with the
benefits of
pain.
everything.
Exactly. So they
But
can't do that.
but here's the thing. Those who know how to manipulate the CBD oil know that it may not take you to the stratosphere like THC, but they know how to ride the high. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They know how to cope with it to where it's going to hit those endorphins and carrying on to where it's going to settle you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of folks now, that's why they're making a lot of where cannabis is legal, they're making all the CBD oil candies and this, that, and the other, because
Mm-hmm.
it's a serotonin effect without taking you to the stratosphere. Now, for those
Right.
who want to be crafty, catch it, crafty,
Mm-hmm.
they will sit down and I believe, because I've heard this, I don't know because I'm not a smokehead, but I've heard that some folks will sit down and they would hit the blunt or the joint well, get the THC high, but then they will ride it with the CBD oil to stay there
Oh.
without the
Oh,
crash.
okay. Because to me, it feels, and I'm gonna say this because y'all know sometimes we go into our conspiracy theories, right? What I'm gonna say is they could make them damn drugs, and like you said, be able to, just like they manipulate the CBD out of and to take the THC out, they can do it. But then what will happen to all the rehab, locking everybody up,
Listen,
all the shit that they would lose money from
exactly
with people not being addicted.
the reason why folks become addicted is what they cut the shit with, because the whole idea is for the pain to be relieved quickly.
Right.
Quickly.
And whatever that shit is, and I tell people all the time, it's the same bullshit as if you, and I remember when like I said, they had me on a fentanyl patch. And I remember thinking one day, and this show you how sometimes you don't realize the powers and stuff you possess in spirit. Sometimes you don't realize it, but I can tell you the exact moment when I said I wanted to come off that stuff, and I told the doctor, and if Marley was here, he would tell you. I said, what if one day I woke up and the insurance company said we're not paying for this shit no more? Am I going to be a statistic on the corner trying to get some heroin? And then what happened last year? Georgia decides you're no longer disabled. Well, bitch, I don't know how sickle cell just go away, especially for me. I'm over 40. Y'all won't give me the cure, but I'm no longer disabled. So what if all them years ago, I wouldn't have said, no, bitch, we don't want to be on this shit no more? Would I be somewhere strung the fuck out?
Now, this is why folks end up selling their goddamn pills and shit. Because folks end up addicted to the pills. Okay. Most of the time, a lot of folks like, I'm not a pill popper, nothing like that, child. Listen, I don't need. Listen, just let it do what it's gonna do. After that, fuck it. Okay.
Exactly.
The extra medicine. If I didn't use all the medicine or whatever, see, then that becomes pharmaceuticals.
Right. You know how many people used to tell me You know you ain't even going to take the perk. Why don't you just get them and sell them? Cause bitch, I don't want to go to jail. I spent a couple days there before. I don't like it. I don't want that to be my home. Look, for something that wasn't even my fault. So I damn sure don't want to go for something that would be my fault.
Okay, how about that? So we have a number of issues to contend with and things of that nature. But yeah, with the opioids, that there is a thing. I'm gonna give y'all this because I want y'all to understand something. I want y'all to think about this while I read this passage. Y'all know how we got the TBN network, you know, TBN and the gospel network and carrying on and all that.
Yeah.
Well, y'all know we have liberation theology and things, and those who are the gospel of carrying on red camera stuff. The gospel of inclusion and this, that, and the other, where a lot of the alphabet children are able to go into places of worship and carrying on. Well, I was talking with Haji, and Haji felt as though that the alphabet children need to get together and create their own gay version of the TBN network, turn the broadcast. What if, do you think that'll work? Do you think it's necessary? What do you think about that? To where a lot of the LGBT affirming churches or those churches of inclusion, what if they were able to have their own ministries and yet build a network that catered to this particular demographic? Okay.
I don't see why not. I mean, if that's the kind of thing that they want, like we know about TBN and stuff like that, y'all. I don't watch the stuff because I don't think everybody that be on there be crooks, but I think a lot of them are. So I ain't watching it. I used to watch Joyce Myers every morning, and then I think Creflo Crook was coming on before her, after her, or something. He would freak me out, but me not want to watch nobody. But for people who watch those stations and stuff like that and wholeheartedly believe in it, you know what I mean? Because I feel like God, the universe, knows your heart. So if your heart is in this, even if somebody is a crook, you ain't the crook. So if people feel like those are the kind of places where they need to be or listen to it, but I think it would be great. Why not? Because why do you have to feel like, if you go to, and we know this with our families and stuff like that. If you go to church, even though the church might say, oh, we welcome everybody, but they secretly talk about you behind your back with his gay ass, with her gay ass. What the hell? What you know what I'm saying? I remember when I would go to temple with my sister, and even though I've told you guys many times, I loved it there. I loved the message there. But I remember my girls, they like going, but the fact is you cannot enter their sanctuary with pants on. So making me feel like I had to tell my daughters, y'all gonna have to put on some pants to come on. Luckily, they were already grown when I was going. So in my house, it was like, if you ain't grown, where I go, you go. But they was already grown, so it was a choice. So I feel like that was messed up for them not to be able to hear a good word, because they would have to put on a skirt, and that's just not them.
Okay, you know what?
I don't mind putting on a dress or wearing a skirt in the sanctuary. I don't mind, but I feel like for people who may not fit in, or if you in the alphabet world, and you know when you try to just go to church just to get some God, you going there to get some God. You shouldn't have to worry about feeling uncomfortable because the whole world know what your sexual preference is.
You know what?
So I think it would be good.
Put a pin right there, because that's a whole nother issue about that whole skirt shit and the women ain't supposed to wear pants bullshit. EJ said LGBT.
Well, it's a Jewish establishment. That's their rules. I mean, but I don't agree with it. I don't mind wearing a skirt in the sanctuary. I don't agree that nobody shouldn't be able to not wear a skirt. I don't agree with that.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, we make sure we come back to that.
Okay. EJ said LBGT don't need a church. They're happier than the fearful Christians and Catholics. Happiness is from heaven. All right, well, how about that?
I hear that.
Now let's go here.
But it's nothing wrong with having a place to congregate.
No, and that's called the bar. It's called the bar when we do gospel house music, honey.
Is we praising the Lord at the bar? We praising the
Hello?
Lord at the bar?
It's called
You
gospel
supposed
house
to praise
music
him
for a
wherever
reason.
you at, honey. Wherever you at. But me personally, no,
Okay.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think it would be great. Because you know what? The hypocrites in the church, you ain't got a problem with the gay men if they directing your choir or singing them high notes and all that old shit.
Well,
You know. But soon as they may need some help or something like that, then all of a sudden their lifestyle is wrong. Get the hell out of here. If they
okay,
can help you in
okay,
that choir competition, they fine.
okay, okay. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna say this. For Roderick says I switched to gay affirmative church because every time I went to this church, they would change sermons to the gay sermon is going to hell, but God is love. You know
Oh,
what, child? Okay, put a pin
I
there.
can't.
Let
I
let me
can't.
hold on. Let me do this because I want to give y'all this from
Wait, I need to tell you what your niece just said real quick. Hold on. She said Million said she would have got up and said to the preacher, "You're going to hell for what? For what? Judging people. For judging people."
how about that?
Okay. She said God didn't tell y'all that. Exactly. He sure the hell did.
Lord. Oh, this was called The Process is Sandpaper for the Soul. This is coming from
Mm-hmm.
the first book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's the end of another year, and for so long, I've been having this message bottled up inside me. However, I never knew when I was going to be able to share this with anyone. Sure, I hinted at it a few times, and I've even presented this concept to a few people close to me who understood how I operate and how my mind works. But the time to share it in its fullness did not reveal itself until today. When one considers and contemplates the process, one is often perplexed because it seems to be such a vast concept. In the process, Juanita Bynum brought this concept to life in her No More Sheets campaign. She illustrated how the process worked in her life. But for me, however, I wondered about all of the nuances of the process, how to define it, how to relate to it, and how it affects every element of my life across the board without rhyme or reason. The process is sometimes brutal, painstakingly unbearable, and oftentimes downright hateful. Yes, I said it. It is downright hateful, or at least that's how one may feel and wish to interpret those feelings. You see, one enjoys the benefits of what the process yields, but no one wants to go through the process because literally it evokes the epitome of going to and through hell. Furthermore, what we do not want to acknowledge or accept is that the process is a necessary tool required to bring about our best authentic selves. Just as a carpenter, catch this now, remember Jesus was a carpenter. Just as a carpenter,
Yes, God.
just as a carpenter needs his tools when building a home, painting a wall, or whatever the task may be, we need our tools whenever we need to build our homes or temples, if you will. We need our tools whenever we need home improvement work done or when a simple renovation is needed for the overall appearance and maintenance of the temple. One of those tools needed to bring about the beauty of a smooth, polished look and feel of a project is sandpaper. Depending on how severe the project is, the grade of sandpaper becomes coarser and needs to strip away nicks and imperfections in order to reveal the true essence of the project at hand and in order for everyone to admire its beauty. The process is sandpaper for the soul. As individuals who have been scorned, bruised, tainted, dismayed, manhandled, bamboozled, hoodwinked, cajoled, and plain old damaged, we come into any situation with preconceived notions, judgments, ridicule, and banter. This is a means to keep us from being processed. As individuals, we never view ourselves with faults and idiosyncrasies, yet we are quick to exercise our self appointed right to deputize ourselves as fault and center police officers. And we will give any and everybody a citation if they are not willing to be processed. The process is sandpaper for the soul. Now, upon accepting the challenge to become your authentic self, one must understand that there is no time limit to the process. And most times, it's a lifelong process. We are growing each and every single day that we are on this side of creation. We are benefiting from the gifts of life, breath, food, shelter, water, and the carnal pleasures we've become accustomed to. Yet we act as if we wouldn't know how to survive without them. See, the process is activated in a controlled environment that dictates exactly what areas need to be re-examined, reproached, rebuked, remolded, reconciled with to the collective of self. The process tears away all the layers of grit, grime, grease, gruel, and graven behaviors that have been building up like plaque on the walls of our inner souls. The process is always coarse, so it can completely remove all of the soot and decay from the bowels of the soul. This is necessary in order to repel the stench of heartbreak, disillusionment, abandonment, abuse, misguiding, misunderstanding, miseducation, and disenfranchising left behind that can blindly intoxicate one into an altered state of authenticity. The process is designed to polish the soul as it brings forth the true essence of the spiritual self. It provides comfort and solutions about how to coexist with the natural self in perfect harmony. The process always goes along the grain. It permeates through the resistance that one has built up from the gunk of pomp and circumstance that has been continuously been going against the grain. This results in one developing strong defensive tactics that prevent the authentic self from blossoming. The process is sandpaper for the soul. It breaks down each layer of unjust, anti-spiritual, antagonistic thought, feeling, action, and reaction. It purges one's hearts, mind, body, and spirit. Now, once the process begins, there is no turning back. The process directs itself along the path of healing and cleansing, and it works just like a laxative by loosening up the toxins that are thoroughly trapped within and intertwined into the fabric and cellular structure of one's existence. The process is no respecter of persons and does not show favoritism because of one's socioeconomic background or status. It is on its own mission to transcend, transmogrify, transition, and transport the living spirit of the host it's working on into its highest level of existence and interpretation. It is only then that the vessel, the host, the person, the creation will be seen as a precious jewel. It is versus as the precious jewel it is versus the lump of coal that has cocooned it for so long. It is then that the process shows one their true value as part of the creation, and it is then that one appreciates, acknowledges, and accepts that they are priceless. Ashe, and so it is, and so it shall be.
All right, let the church say.
See, when we talk about that process,
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about that process, okay, that process, okay, that process, okay. A lot of us don't like to go through it. A lot of us throw our
Right.
hands up with it. A lot
I
of us
was
think
going
that
to
we
say
can
that's
stop it.
always the hardest part because, like Iyala like to tell us, you got to do the work.
You got to do the work.
If you want results, you have to do the work.
You got to do
Reach,
the
you was
work.
talking about us and the weight that we gained while we was in school and stuff. I'm happy to say that I lost 5 more pounds. Look,
Okay,
but you
right,
gotta do
right,
the
right,
work.
right.
You have to do the work. And it ain't always, it's not, first of all, if it's something that you're trying to really change about yourself or whatever it is, the process is not going to be easy and it's not going to be pretty. So you're
No.
going to have to understand, am I ready? Because if you ain't ready, then maybe you could talk yourself to saying, hey, now it's time to get ready. Let me
About
start baby steps on to get ready, because this ain't going to be an easy process. It's not going to be a pretty process, but I know it need to be done. So maybe I could take some baby steps towards it so I can get myself prepared before I jump all the way in the deep end. Everybody
About
ain't
it.
meant to just wake up. You know, some people can get, like we talked about the drugs, some people can get stepped down on shit. Some people go cold turkey. It ain't meant to do it the same way, because your work might be different from my work.
Hey,
But you got to be
hey.
able to say, if you can look your ass in that mirror and say, bitch, you need to change this.
Listen,
What G.I.
I
Joe used to say,
go
G.I. Joe commercial, knowing is half the battle.
as it's half the battle. Okay. I love to use this quote that Della Reese said a long time ago on the Vicki Lawrence show, where Vicki Lawrence had a talk show.
Mm-hmm.
She said, there is never a time in my life when I cannot look at myself in the mirror. She said, when I go in to go brush my teeth, she said, I always must be able to make sure I can brush my teeth and look at myself in the face versus dropping my head in the sink and I can't look at myself.
Right.
That floored me.
Wait, say that again.
That floored me.
No, read what she said. Tell us what she said again. Say that again.
She said, I must make sure that anything that I do in my life, when I go into the bathroom to brush my teeth, I must be able to always look at myself in the mirror when I do it and not have to drop myself and look in the face bowl.
Exactly.
Because I can't look at myself. Understand?
And well, we've been talking about the last few weeks. Me, Chad, we've been talking about that the last few weeks. You need to be able to get in that mirror and get honest with yourself.
Get honest. That's the only way it's going to work.
Like, and at the end of the day, guess what? Ain't nobody in that bathroom, in that mirror, but you.
And God. And whoever you say God is. And even if you don't believe in God, honey, if you know what you want to be, you know where you want to see yourself, you know where to take yourself. Right. You believe in a higher version of yourself. Right. Even if you don't believe in God the way everybody else does or whatever, but you know that I'm the vessel. It is all about me. If I do the work, I know that I can achieve this. Then you know that there's a better you out there.
Something. And so if you can't get honest with you in the mirror, you and God, and whatever spiritual thing you going through, you ain't gonna never be able to do it with nobody else. So you might, when Michael Jackson say, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. You're gonna have to get in that mirror and get honest with yourself, because you can't, like we just said, G.I. Joe said, knowing is half the battle. But sometimes we in denial, so we need to talk to our goddamn self and look in the mirror and say, well, bitch, you know you're wrong.
Okay.
Do you want to fix it first? Because not all the time do we want to fix it. So, bitch, you're wrong. Do you want to fix it? Okay, well, bitch, let's talk. How we going to start this process?
Okay. How about that? Let me go to these comments because, EJ said they don't want to acknowledge LGBT because when they work and don't get married, the bishop steal the money. Amy had to know I'll catch the replay. Okay, baby. The money sits there in the city bank accounts as unclaimed property, and the city and religious cult circles to keep it. Keep it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Think about LGBT insurance policies, and the parent never knew the sexuality of the child, and certain nations don't acknowledge them. They steal a nice fat check. You know what? Damn, that's good, EJ.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Dang.
That's good.
I ain't never even thought about that.
Damn. Mic drop. See, I need sound effects. That's a mic drop.
Right. Wow.
That's a mic drop moment right there. That's a mic drop
It
moment right there.
was.
That's something to consider. I haven't even I thought about it, but not the way you put it. Not like that. Ooh,
That just hit something.
damn.
That's a lot of
Okay.
money. That's a lot of money.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Crazy. Dang. Dang, EJ, you done came through here
Exactly.
like a
So be that
hurricane.
as
That's
it may, you know what?
crazy.
Hold on for a second. Now, bitch, you know I'm gonna read you, right? Did nobody tell you to start that motherfucking movie without me? But you watching it, ain't you? I'm gonna get your ass.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. She's sitting up here
Lord.
watching Invitation to Life, honey. And I'm sitting up here listening to this. I'm like, that is not the scene where Sarah Jane is doing the goddamn in the strip joint, honey, and she on the chairs. I'm gonna be fair. That means she been watching this motherfucker. That's halfway through the movie.
Y'all play too damn much.
Okay, that's halfway through the motherfucking movie. Okay.
I can't. I absolutely cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Ooh,
Now
EJ,
y'all
that's
know I
good.
watch. Y'all know if I can sit down here and not look at that motherfucker and know exactly where
Mhm.
she is just from the sound, y'all know I
Right.
watch that motherfucker too much, right?
Look, your head almost. You said, "Now wait a minute." Look, I'm watching you. I can't look. You can't see me, but I'm watching you. Your motherfucking head damn near snapped just there. You like, wait a minute.
Okay, I'm about ready to quote the lines. Sarah
Okay.
Jane, what are you doing in this
Listen.
godforsaken place? Okay, I'm on this.
Oh
Okay,
Lord.
wait a minute. Listen to this, honey. She should be at the place. Her and the mama getting into it. She about to leave, and she about to walk off. Uh-huh. Yeah. She about to walk off, honey. Now I need you to stay away from me. Sarah Jane, just come on back home. Stay away from me. Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't.
So yes, honey. Wait, is that okay? So what's that? Is that the scene to go? Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, that there is that. See, either you see what you done did, child. You done dropped the bomb, honey, and then I got
Right.
this come out and then just got just stole my.
I'm sitting here. I'm like literally fucked up. I'm glad y'all can't see me because I'm sitting here like, whoa, that's a lot of
Okay.
fucking money. That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. And see, it's a whole big racket. See, when we think about that and we talk about,
Hmm.
see how all this ties in? See, the process is sandpaper for the soul. When you get down to scrub deep, you know,
Yeah.
talk about, um, politics and carrying on job security, minimum wage, what
Hmm.
all that is. Talked about understanding what it is to have economy and carrying on. Uh,
Right.
uh, being in the hood and that whole negative attitude and things that permeates that ghetto mentality. I swear to you, honey, I cannot. I cannot
Mm.
anymore. I just cannot do it. I refuse to accept that as and say my people. You understand? I
Right.
refuse to
Right.
accept that. I refuse to allow that to any longer be our definition of. And it's going to be my goal to make sure that when I refer to the ghetto children and and
Hmm.
and and those who want to be ghetto fabulous and this that, and the other, I have to
Right.
make sure that I do my part to don't become the sedity bitch that my comments are not saying it to look down on them, but
Right.
I
Right.
want to be able to change the narrative because the
Exactly.
thing of it is that it's not going to go away because there's an element of everybody that's going to fit into that stereotype. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there's just a
It's
section.
always going to be someone, and you know what? What's so funny is there's always going to be people that our platform or other platforms, or even like in their own family, their villages or whatever, that won't be able to reach them. You know,
and and, and, and
it's
here's the
sad, but
thing,
it's the truth.
it's the truth, but this is why I have to be able to invite those kind of people into the circle.
As long as
Right.
they got some sense. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
Because
exactly because by the sheer chance that they may hear something that will change the way that they think, make them
and
think a little bit different, think a little bit harder, and maybe want to do
right.
better.
But not just that, not just make them want to do better, but see they could take the message and they speak that language so they could then share it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, and we all do this. We all do this within our circles or whatever. You know how to communicate with certain people, okay? And you
Right.
know that there are certain people that just not gonna hear you regardless. Okay, they're not going to hear you.
Exactly. Right.
Just like when the community got upset about gospel music changing, okay? Even I had a problem with it at first because I was always taught you don't snap your fingers to gospel music, okay? And carrying on because finger snapping was considered to be of the devil. You know, you're supposed to be in worship and carrying on. But yet you say come do your holy dance, but yet ain't it still dancing? You said dance
But
like
wait, this is
David
what I
danced.
always got confused about when they talk about the way the music was going and this, that, and the other. Because at the end of the day, Lucifer was what?
The way how you teach it, you say Lucifer was the most beautiful and the grandest, the best singer in the choir.
Exactly.
That's how y'all teach it. Now,
I
do
think
we
that's
have
one of
proof
the
of that?
reasons why the core, real hardcore, well, even like the Muslim people, like real deep, for real, don't listen to music and stuff because the teachings that Lucifer was like basically the minister of music of the angels. Okay,
Basically, right, right,
so if we
right,
get to who's the and that goes along with when we saying, how do you get to tell me how I get to praise God? So when the music changed and the elders didn't like it, right? It's like, okay, but you want the kids to listen to you. But we know that the kids don't want to hear hymns. Okay? They don't want to hear the people saying like swing low. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear old Negro spiritual. They don't want to hear hymns. You want them to come to church. But then you have somebody who tries to, like you said, me speak their language and maybe can draw them in a little bit more. Maybe they'll listen to you because it might not be about actually the music, but the music might get them there so that they can hear the word. So either do you want them to hear it or not? It got to only be on your terms.
right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I'm going to pick some of the stuff up that we didn't touch on today because one of our fun things I wanted to do was to talk about some music because my daughter, Miss Elise over here, this girl, okay, I'm gonna call her Elise because that's her legal name, child. But she got so many goddamn names, honey. What we talked about today, we were talking about music, and we were hearing different renditions of a song, and she was like, "Oh, I know who I want to hear sing this song," and blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
You know, so it became, if you had a song that you wanted to have somebody to cover, what song is it, or who do you think would blow that motherfucker out the goddamn water? Because we set up talking about, we started with Sparkle, okay, and we was listening to Giving Up, right, and of course
Mhm.
Jennifer Holliday eats the shit out that goddamn song, okay.
Okay.
However, a lot of folks don't know that Donny Hathaway was the first one to record it fully. Originally, it's Lynette McKee from Sparkle,
Okay.
okay? But
Mhm.
in her rendition of it, it told the story because, the character had lost her voice and this, that, and the other was all strung out on drugs. But then we
Mhm.
didn't really get into the song until Donnie did it. But then
Okay.
Jennifer came and took that girl into a whole nother stratosphere. But then we sat up there and said, baby, could y'all have imagined if Nail Carter had a song that motherfucker?
Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't
Wait,
do me.
wait. What if my mama
Don't
had
do it.
sang that motherfucker song? And I'm talking
the 1980s, 1990, when Mama was 35, 40, when
Don't do
she
it.
just came into herself.
Don't do it. With the fan hair and everything, honey, she'd have tore the hell down. Don't do me. Don't do me.
Okay, what you say? Do your goddamn hair. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there.
Oh my God! This is
Give
an
it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
wait. Oh, cause oh, now you got me all in my head, and you went there and you putting this nail in my head, and then you know, Auntie, she always there. Oh, because the song that I always thought about maybe hearing from somebody else was All of Me. And you know, so many people did All of Me. But
Right.
Listen, y'all, when McMillions was like 8 years old, for me, I love jazz, I love blues and everything. And for me, I used to put my kids out the house when I wanted to clean. They act like they didn't want to leave. I put on some blues because then I know they'd run the fuck out the house, right? But because we come from a musical family, no, my kids ain't run out the house. They learned the goddamn song. So Luke is like 8 years old. And, you know, everything's quiet. And she walks around, y'all. And I ain't in my best voice right now, but y'all can kind of get it. And she's walking around and she was like, you took the best. So why not take the rest? And baby, take all of me. And I hit the damn floor. I called my brother. I said, Baja, she in here singing Billie Holiday. She's singing Billie Holiday. And if anybody, if you guys have heard my daughter, she has a very raspy voice. So before she became a rapper, she was singing and she was able to pick up this. And I fell out. And so All of Me has always been one of my favorite songs. And I want somebody who, not like today, but like our today. You know what I mean? Our day people. I want to hear All of Me done, keeping the blues, but adding a little bit more the R&B sound to it.
Right. Okay.
And I'm in my head right now trying to figure out who would just
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Them Their Eyes. I wanted that song to be a duet. I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them their eyes, cause you got a certain little cute way of flirting with them their eyes.
Well, shit, we might as well do it then. You want to be a duet?
They make me feel so blue. I fucked up the words. But yeah, I've been wanting to hear that.
No, we don't provoke it into existence. We might as well just go on in the studio and make it a duet.
Okay. Now I'm gonna say this. I said I wasn't gonna go here because I got to leave this alone. I'm gonna say this. And because we was on Nell Carter. Many of y'all may know this. A lot of y'all may know, and many of y'all may not know this. But the role of Effie White that Jennifer Holliday is known for Dreamgirls was written for Nell Carter. Nell declined the role because she had just got the TV show Give Me a Break. So she couldn't do it. See, this is God's plan, because if she had done that, we may not have known Jennifer Holliday.
Right.
But the part is, damn it, to hear Nell sing, and I'm telling you.
You gotta put that link up for everybody.
I can't find it. I gotta find it.
When you find it, she'll tell me.
I know it's out there somewhere. I know it is out there somewhere. Somebody can have a bad recording because at that, you know, we had none of the sophistication. Somebody got a bad recording somewhere.
Yes, an analog recording somewhere, honey.
Somewhere.
With the static and all.
I know she sang that song somewhere. But damn it, I need to hear her sing that. God damn it, I need to hear her say, oh my Lord Jesus. Because I know.
Meech, remember this? What? Remember Brown Eyes? Turn around every
Every
now
now and then
and
I get a little bit. Yes, honey. Yeah, Bonnie Tyler.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. I remember that was one of the first songs. Well, On Broadway was the first song, but that was probably the second song we had in concert choir.
Turn
Totally.
around, bright eyes. Every now and then.
And Total Eclipse of the
Okay.
Heart.
That's what it is. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Which is a difficult song because see, there's some key changes
Woo!
up in there. Cute little difficult chords,
Woo!
child. Yeah, it takes a skilled singer to get there, and then to have the power behind it. See that you have to sing that song with
Yeah.
confidence, and you got to make it
Mhm.
yours. You can't sing it like her because
You
that was
can't.
her rendition of it. And see, Bonnie Tyler was a rock singer, so for her to take that
Right.
and make that like that, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Her
Come
rasp was
on.
all rock. But I'm gonna tell you who I would love to hear sing that.
Who?
I'm gonna tell you who I would love to hear sing that. You know what? Whitney, like her cousin, she would have. It would have been cute, and she would have. It would have been cute. I'm gonna tell you who got the chops for it.
Who?
Fantasia.
Oh, yes, absolutely, honey. Girl, woo! Come on,
Fantasia will take that damn song there.
baby. Come on, Tasia. Y'all know. Listen, Tasia sing from her motherfucking bottom of her souls. Do y'all understand me?
Fantasia will take that damn song there, and she will go to church on. See, because Bonnie Tyler gave us a rock feel with that. See, that's a
Mm-hmm.
rock love song, okay? Tasia will take that goddamn song and take us to church with that. Could you imagine? Turn around.
Yes! You better hit that damn note. You better hit that shit.
Turn around. Okay. Baby.
And then turn around and tell the band they didn't hear me. I
Okay.
said, look.
I'm telling you.
My
Okay, that was
God.
my favorite song in the 80s. Honey, listen. Listen, honey. Listen. Okay. Total Eclipse of the Heart is a good song. Don't know who would be great. Girl.
He just
Fantasia.
told y'all, Tasia.
Tasia would take. Oh, you know who else would probably do good with that?
Who?
Pink.
Y'all know that's my girl. That's a singing ass heifer right there.
Oh
Pink
my
sing.
God.
Pink can sing.
Girl.
Wait a minute. What is this song on there? Pat Benatar. What's Pat Benatar? Huh? I'm
Love is
trying
a
to think. What was
battlefield.
that? Yes. Love
Love
is
is
the
a battlefield.
battlefield.
I get out of my
Remember
head
when
because I
she
was
got to
just
that
thinking
part
about
with
her. I
Miss
was
when
just thinking
she
about
went to
her.
the whoa. Remember that part? And then
Oh, no one can tell us we're wrong. Yeah. Both
because
of
even
us
when we
know
had our R&B, remember because back early in the 80s and stuff like that, we still got to
the white
hear
children,
the
honey.
rock stuff.
Caucasian music was listen, the white children in the 80s, the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
white children,
Yes.
honey, ruled the charts. You
Okay.
understand?
Simply Red.
Listen, and
Culture
speaking of,
Club. Don't play with me.
listen, the 80s, because we had Huey Lewis and the News, we had the
You heard me say, don't play with my Culture Club, honey.
Club. What's my baby? I wear my sunglasses at
Glasses at night,
right out.
so I can.
Oh, oh, oh,
Cyndi
oh.
Lauper would tear it down. Cause that little white heifer can sing her ass off. Tracy, you so right. Cyndi can do that, honey. I was just thinking about Cyndi Lauper because I love Cyndi Lauper.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't listen.
and listen hard and listen well. Okay.
Well,
Okay. Child. No. Cindy.
Cindy, Pat Benatar, all of them, they were just so great. Even that rock voice, we
I'm gonna
still
tell
were
you.
able
You know
to hear
what?
it and receive it.
There were some people that folks slept on, like Laura Branigan. They slept on Melissa Manchester.
Yup.
Um.
Taylor
Um.
Dane.
Oh, not
Taylor Dane can
listen.
sing her fucking face
I
off,
was
okay?
just you talking about love as a motherfucking battlefield.
Taylor Dane can
Taylor
sing
would
her
eat that
baby.
motherfucker, girl.
Don't do it. That's a singing ass heifer right there. There, I believe somebody dropped her off on the way other side of her family where they was all black and all old, and because that baby got some soul in her.
Because she was sitting up there sneaking when they was sitting up there sipping the moonshine, honey. She was sitting up there sneaking a cup,
To the juke
and she
joint.
went down to the barbecue.
She was over at the juke joint.
She was
Oh, this
at the
here
juke
our
joint.
juke joint. I thought you said this was here our juke joint.
Okay. Okay.
We got to hear those people like Journey, you know, just
Air Supply.
Yeah, Air Supply. What was Phil Collins in them?
That was Genesis.
Yes, like we got to hear that it was able to receive it and not feel like, oh, that's the white people music.
Right, exactly.
Our kids nowadays don't really get, unless they're into music,
Right.
they don't know what goes on in other
Don't
genres.
No. Okay. What was my boy Brian Idol, honey? Oh, forgot to say I love you. Have mercy, have mercy. Oh, forgot to be a lover.
Look, wait, Brian, Billy Idol, shit.
That's what I meant, Billy Idol. I said Brian Idol. I have Brian Adams on the mind, but it's Billy Idol. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yes, he another one.
Okay.
That motherfucker, what the motherfucker Billy Joel? The fuck? Don't play with me.
The first soulful white people, the Bee Gees.
Listen.
Come on, for all the kids who think Beyonce and them started Emotions, okay?
The Bee Gees and that
for the children in the back. Because every time I see somebody say Emotions by Destiny's Child, and I'm like, by who?
Right.
If y'all don't go to fuck it.
Okay. Michael McDonald. Somebody said Michael McDonald, honey. Come on now.
Don't do it. The motherfucking KC and the Sunshine Band.
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald voice. Let me tell y'all something.
There was the Doobie Brothers.
Remember when they was in the Doobie Brothers? Remember that old episode of What's Happening? When Riri was trying to, that motherfucker, Michael McDonald, I don't think I knew that they was white until I seen that episode.
Until you saw that episode. Right.
Because baby, Michael McDonald, that voice, that's some soul like I ain't never heard before. Where the hell?
Understand what I'm trying to do.
Taking it to the street.
Okay.
Come on. That was Simply Red.
Now,
Simply Red. I know for that.
They were so cold-blooded as white boys.
They were.
Funny how it seems, always in time. But then,
did you say Spandu Ballet? Stop!
Come on, Leah, what you know?
So, this is the sound of my soul. Y'all better know what the fuck it is, boy.
Remember, even we had fun songs. Remember, our house in the middle of the street.
Right. Oingo Boingo. See, okay.
Come on now.
Don't do it. Remember, I only do 30 seconds. Listen.
I'm timing it.
Listen. Because now folks have been, there's a number of children, there's a couple of them who redone the song Sailing, Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you, I need to hear. I would love to hear someone like, he'd probably make it too pretty, but I know his tones will give me something real cute with it.
Who?
El DeBarge.
Oh.
I would love to hear El DeBarge sing that, and then to flip it. But I need him to be real cool. I would love to hear Christopher Williams sing, or Tony Terry. Oh my God! Ooh, Tony! Oh my God!
Deeps, those deeps in Christopher's the things they throat. Oh my God!
Let me see that Tony, and let me see what he can do with that. Sailing, take me away to where I always knew it could be. Oh,
Oh, wait a minute. Look, since we talk about white souls, the average white band. Did we forget about the average white band?
Schoolboy Crush. Schoolboy Crush.
Okay.
Boy.
I don't have to mention Tina Marie because in my eyes she was black, so we just gonna leave that right there.
But
boy.
Okay. To do what, Sailing? You think Tammy could? Oh, to do Sailing? To do Sailing?
Wait a minute, I'm trying to hear his tone in my head.
Yeah.
He could do. Oh my God! He could.
You know who would kill it? We was just talking about him, Meeks.
Who?
Could you imagine if Kim did his motherfucking move? I
was gonna say that first. I was gonna say that first.
Kim will kill that.
Yep. Him or what's the other one? Shit. What's his damn name? The one to be shit. Why can't I think of his name? Because all I see is Rochelle Farrell in my head. What's the one she be singing?
Will Downey. And love what you do to deserve her.
Listen.
Boy, Will is my boy.
Listen, I love me some motherfucking Kim. Will Down. Oh my God. What did
you ain't gonna run me? You ain't gonna run me from the damn screen.
Hey.
I love like this.
Shit. That just made me nervous.
Don't wake me. I'm dreaming.
Let me tell you something. When that song came out, y'all could not say that was my favorite fucking. That especially the part where it say, "If I'm dreaming, just let me sleep. Don't wake me up till my dream is complete." That was my favorite part.
I'm thinking,
darling. Hey. Now you know what? Let me see. He said, "Don't forget Tina." We can't forget Tina, but let me think of something.
No, I said I didn't say Tina because in my mind Tina just white. I don't know. Listen, sorry.
Now you know what? I've always, if there was ever a battle to be done, of verses, it would have had to have been Stephanie and Tina. Okay,
that would be a nice celebration, honey.
Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Nice celebration.
Because I could easily hear them doing each other's songs.
That celebration would be so amazing. Oh,
if you put Tina up against, let me adjust my fucking prolification here. Look, if you put Tina up against Stephanie, then where would you put Miss Patrice Rushen in?
Oh, don't do me. Don't do me.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's why I said now I'm glad when Brandy and Monica did theirs, it seemed like a celebration because therefore it lays the line. And so like when Auntie and I'm glad when the aunties got together, it was able to be a celebration and not a battle. So that way we can hear those days. We can hear Stephanie and Tina. We get Patrice and
you know what? I was gonna say Brenda Russell, but I don't know if Brenda got enough hits. She do a lot of writing, but I don't know if she got enough hits.
But you know, when it's verses, it don't matter if you sung it. Versus, you could have produced it.
That's true. That's true.
You know what? Cheryl Lynn, I think I went against her.
Against who?
Patrice Rush and Cheryl Lynn.
I was gonna give it to Randy Crawford.
You think so? Well, yeah.
I'd gave it to Randy Crawford. Patrice and Randy Crawford, honey. Cheryl Lynn, I would put her up against Jennifer Holiday.
Yeah, that's a battle.
Oh yeah, we can't forget some of our country people. Cause y'all know what Reba.
Listen.
Hey, Reba's entire voice was so goddamn powerful, that little bitty motherfucker.
Reba is that bitch can sing her fucking redhead face off.
I'm gonna tell. Did y'all get there's an album called Country Rhythm and Blues or Rhythm Country and Blues? What they did was they paired a country artist and an R&B artist, and they did a duet together.
I thought I heard about that. I didn't never know that actually all happened though.
Reba sang with Natalie Cole.
What?
Bitch, I will play it here, but I know they're gonna ding us.
That's all right. When we get off, I'm gonna play it right on YouTube.
Listen, they paired Reba and Natalie Cole. They had Little Richard and Tanya Tucker.
Oh, not what?
You understand me? They had Aaron Neville and I forget who it was because I think they did I Fall to Pieces. It's a real pretty song. Oh, it's so fucking pretty. They did Patti LaBelle and Travis motherfucking Tritt.
No way.
Now that probably was dope. Yeah.
No damn way. Y'all know we was some of them country people. You know who I love too? That damn Shania Twain. That Shania, that heifer can sing.
All right, I'm back.
You all right? You all right?
Listen, I know the song because I bought it for Mama, of course. I bought it for Mama. All right. Okay. But when I heard the damn song, okay, and that's not the first time that she was paired with the country artist because Mama got a song out with Ronnie Milsap.
She said,
I was just gonna go there.
Yes.
Okay.
What's up, Tracy?
Okay. This child said audit the church. Exactly.
Audit the church. Yes, God.
Oh, okay. Ooh. See, y'all done made me nervous.
What happened?
Y'all done made me nervous, child. I'm sitting up here because now I'm thinking, you know, about songs and you trying to get somebody who could cover the song and do some justice, or a voice that you know would eat the song up. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, I would love to hear you do that particular song or whatever.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I would love to hear. I know that Selena Johnson is in love. One of her favorite singers is Angela Winbush.
I love Angela and I love Dr. Angela. Selena's tone, I love it. And Angela, we can't even Angela, her fucking tone and range was some shit that we know came straight from the heavens. Okay?
Now, you know what? Now, I said this before that if there was a versus, I would do Rochelle Farrell and Lettucey because number one, I know Lettucey used to sing background for Rochelle. Okay.
That right there is a car crash waiting to happen.
Okay.
Because that shit right there, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest.
Rochelle is motherfucking man.
Pharrell in concert live, right? When Lettucey, you know what I'm saying? When Lettucey was with her.
That's what I'm saying.
if you remember when she goes to doing her riff, her rolls, Leslie used to pick up where she got damn fade out.
Right.
Okay.
So if she got damn going, and she like, and she's falling back from the mic, it never stopped. If you look back there, goddamn,
she dead on it.
Dead on.
Rochelle's instrument is so crazy that she can make almost any fucking sound.
But wait a minute. Wait. The thing of it is that it's two of them because her motherfucking brother.
Yeah.
Man, we got some say. I'm sitting up here thinking. I'm still thinking about the white chick, David Bowie, y'all.
Okay. I'm proud to say that was one of my dad's best friends when I was a kid.
Come on for that.
Shout out. I love David Bowie.
Hey, look, when I was a kid, you know he scared the fuck out of me, right? Coming to my house as a child, right?
Really?
Right, yes. But him and David Byrd and Roberta Flack, them three stars as a child, ate dinner in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm trying to told y'all, honey.
Crumpets, anyone?
Oh, definitely.
Those better not be them cookies. Is those them cookies?
No, I'm dunking the crumpets tonight.
No, they look like soft patch or something. Okay.
They look, you know.
Yeah, we know that nigga's a
I just thought about Meek when you had said, what's his name? Shit.
Oh.
Huey Lewis. No, we didn't say Huey Lewis, did we? Huey Lewis in the news.
I want to be drug.
Oh yeah. Well, who was else I was thinking about? I'm trying to think. Who the fuck? But we said the
Billy Idol.
The lead singer name, but not the whole group. What's his name from Wake Me Up Before You Go?
Oh, George Michael.
With George Michael. But remember when George Michael was just when they was Wham, when it was everybody, when it was Wake Me Up Before You Go.
They videos of how you jumping up on the goddamn couch when Wham was together.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Oh, we're speaking of white soul singers. Miss Lisa Stansfield. She had been around that damn world. Okay. And
look at that.
I remember seeing her live in a small, intimate place in Germany. And honey, ooh. And now that would be a nice heavenly battle, heavenly celebration.
I'm gonna tell you, I would love to see that, but I'm gonna tell you just for shits and giggles, just to celebrate the sisterhood and to put away the rivalry, I would do Vesta and Shaka.
They had a rivalry. Did they?
It was in the public because Vesta used to sing backup for Shaka.
Oh, okay.
And when Vesta came out and had similar tones to Shaka,
so
and the other.
So hold on, let's hold on, Nikki. I'm gonna hand this to me. Who do you put up against Lisa Stansfield?
Exactly, who?
Lisa Stansfield.
Now she sung backup for Luther Vandross.
Right. No, wait a minute.
No.
That's Lisa Fisher.
No, that's Lisa Fisher.
That's what I meant.
That's how can I ease the pain. Lisa Stansfield has been around the world.
Yeah, I ain't talking around the world.
I'm gonna tell you. If you do Lisa Fisher, okay, it'll have to be either Ashanti Moore, or
who?
Shanice.
First of all, Shanice do not get enough props, honey.
Do you understand what I'm trying to told you?
That baby, honey.
Do you understand what I'm trying to told you?
And you know they always say Shanice's stuff didn't go the way it was supposed to because they didn't like her mom. They didn't like the way her mom managed and stuff because her mom was a singer and stuff too. So I don't think they liked the fact that her mom knew the business and she was not letting it over. But yeah, Shanice,
baby,
I couldn't get that.
Anytime you could sing Denise Williams or Minnie Riperton, when you can sing Minnie Riperton and be like, wait a damn minute, Because people can sing Minnie Riperton, but not many can sing it and sound good like Minnie. Shanice is one of them. I have a friend, and I'm gonna make sure I tell. We're gonna bring her on the show one day. Her name is Yvette, and the first time when I first saw her, we were at, the open mics and stuff. I told y'all we had them all over Philly. It was like, Mish, like you say, how it would be with the clubs with y'all. It was like that for us with our open mics. Right. So it would be like Tuesday night here, Wednesday night there, Thursday night there, Friday night there. Yvette, the first time I saw her, she was singing Loving You. And she hit that motherfucking whistle. And I'm like, Mariah who?
Right.
Bitch. Her Facebook say right now, Yvette Songbird, Songbird, I think. Songbird. And she's our age. She's up, as a matter of fact, she just had a birthday like last week. Honey. Okay. It's not that many people who can sing it so beautifully. People sing it and they sound good.
Right. They sound because like they're trying to go and they want to sound like the record. See, that's the one thing about singing that I can't stand. And I don't like this about us as Black people. Because Black folks, when we hear a song and you base somebody being able to sing based on them mimicking a song, the way you heard it on the radio. Okay. So like at things like at the Apollo and carrying on, that's what comes like anybody trying to sing a Whitney Houston song, I Have Nothing and this, that, you got to hit them same notes the way Whitney did it, or else you can't sing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Luther, you cannot do A House Is Not a Home.
Right.
Without the do. Okay, you can't do it. Okay. You can't do it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. You can't do it without that. You got it. You gotta hit it. Because if you don't hit that, you gonna get booed.
That's why I like when some people take songs. Like you think of a song that might have just been okay, but it was your jam. And then give it to somebody who really, really got vocal ability and let them turn it the fuck out.
Hold on. Stop right there, Nikki. Stop. I'm going to tell you who did it. It was the Commodores, Zoom.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, Big Bub remade Zoom and shit on the original.
Oh, Lord.
Big Bub came back. I may be just a foolish dreamer. He killed it. But I don't care. Well, when I say he came and they even fucking Lionel bowed down. They bowed down to him.
Right.
Like Stevie Wonder bowed down to them boys for Ribbon in the Sky.
Right.
Baby.
Listen.
Baby, when he gave them his blessing to do that was the most beautiful thing ever. That was so beautiful. He gave them his blessing.
He said he heard. I'm gonna tell you what he said. Exactly. He was practicing in the studio. He was in the studio down the hall. They was practicing with his song just to warm up.
Right.
He told them, take me down there. And he went down there and he said, I had to see who was singing my song so eloquently.
Right.
And that's how they set up and talked about it. He was like, y'all got it. If y'all want to record it. Because they were just using it to warm up. They wasn't gonna record it.
Right. Man, it's so many things. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to just have so Mish, put that as an assignment. Think of a whole song and somebody you would want to hear remake that song.
Okay.
See what the people come up with. Yeah.
What you said, Patty did? Of course, yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Of course.
Who did we say? Oh, wait a minute. Sherelle. Bitch. Sherelle can sing her fucking face off too.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, I want to hear Sherelle. There's a Whitney Houston song that I want to hear Sherelle sing.
Which one?
And it's one that didn't get a lot of airplay, but it's one of my favorite songs off of her second album. And it's called I Just Want to Be Where You Are.
You want Sherelle to say, ooh, ooh. Because if people don't know, especially, I mean, I know people around our age know about Sherelle, right?
Right.
But if you've never seen Sherelle live, you have not heard. Let me tell y'all something. We had her in the club on base, right? On our base, which was a very small base. So, you know, it wasn't a lot of people there. It was very intimate.
Right.
And when I tell you, tears rolled down my eyes. Because, you know, I'm used to hearing her with what's his name? Alexander O'Neal and everything. So never and you hear her being able to sing. But until you hear that motherfucker shit pierce through your soul in a small setting.
Let me tell you, I saw her at the Airy Crown Theater in Chicago. She was the opening act for New Edition. And she came out and she sung her songs off her album and it had everybody going bananas because she controlled and commanded the stage.
I'm telling you.
But when she did when Saturday came on, Saturday Love, she went to do Saturday Love. Everybody was like, wow, they was loving her vocals, but Alexander O'Neal was not on the ticket.
Okay.
So everybody was just bobbing and going with it because she kept doing the thing with the crowd, like never on Sunday, you know, like with the crowd. And then all of a sudden, she said, all of a sudden the spotlight, because we was on the little mausoleum thing, the spotlight went to the middle of the floor, up the floor seats. And when the spotlight hit, here come this country nigga in a loud green ass motherfucking suit with fucking sequins lapels on it. And that nigga said, you know, everybody went fucking crazy.
You sit up there eating soft batch cookies.
Y'all know
motherfucking cookies.
There were people that they brought together, even though they weren't, that in our mind will always be duets. And Alexander and Sherelle, man.
But okay, you know a motherfucker, a connoisseur. I looked at how that cookie was shaped, honey. I said, "Oh, that look like
that's so terrible. That's so terrible." You knew it from the nooks, the cracks, and
the crannies, honey. Right,
Nikki. That mother looked at my cookie and was like, "Oh, I know that DNA."
Right. Okay, exactly.
I know exactly what you over there eating.
Okay.
Y'all don't know how serious we take cookies around Dish and Tea. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Even though we talk about music, we covering the game, right? Covering the Skyhawks game. And that bastard over there, y'all know I'm pointing at him, even though y'all can't see me. That bastard over there that's eating them soft batch cookies right now, gonna pull out his fucking pocket some motherfucking butter crunch cookies, some shit that a Philly nigga will probably bust you upside your head for if you either ask for a piece of their damn cookie. This nigga gonna slide him out his pocket and look like, yo, I told you I had the hookup. I was about to say Mickey Howard too, Tracy. I was about to say that. But so we real serious about cookies over here. This nigga done got somebody he know from Philly, one of his friends from Philly, to ship him some of our favorite cookies. Like me and Mook was ready to jump him and stuff. Because first of all, there'll only be 3 cookies in the pack. They real crunchy, they real thin. Like for me, something about soft cookies, I just don't like. Even when I bake them, I take them out and I put them in the refrigerator. I don't like soft cookies. I like them real crispy. So the ones red was like our favorite shit. And if you went to any school, whether it was private school or public school in Philly, your school had those goddamn cookies and they be in every poppy store. But you know, since the pandemic and all kinds of things, I ain't been home in a while. This thing gonna slide cookies out of his motherfucking pocket and show me the pack. Right. You know, fucking with my feelings and shit.
Okay.
And then on another occasion, this nigga gonna bring us some cookies from his shit. The Chicago butter cookies. These motherfuckers had me stuck in a place that sell the chicken. Every time I went, these motherfuckers ain't got no goddamn cookies.
They can't.
Cause their ass.
Butter cookies.
Listen, I went in there one time to get some chicken. I ain't even had the kind of chicken that I had. But I looked over and it was about to get mad and walked out. But the cookies caught my eye. What? Y'all ain't got the chicken? Give me about 4 things of them cookies. I ain't gonna eat them all day, but I need them because you motherfuckers can't never keep them in here. Y'all understand that you deep with the cookies around Dish and Tea. And I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm staying away from his ass and goddamn cookies. messing up my weight loss.
Hey, you know what? Do y'all remember the super donut in the lunchroom?
Yeah.
Well, guess
The
what?
kids be talking about that. I don't think I ever had that.
They made it to Georgia, baby. They in the motherfucking farmers market by the case.
What?
Because Kawana got a case at home in her freezer.
Which farmers market?
The one out here, the one out at Decatur.
The one off Ponce?
Yeah.
I was just there the other day.
You better ask about them super donuts. They're in the freezer.
Listen.
Oh, somebody just sent me something nasty. Oh
Lord. It must be time to go. His nasty stuff popping up.
No. He out of town. He ain't gonna be here. He can't get here. But
okay. All right, y'all.
You got me.
Okay.
You guys, I need a favor from everybody. I had put this in the Dish and Tea thing the other day, and I don't know if many people know about this, but I've reached out to this person and their organization. I really want to do an interview with them. All right, remember, y'all, I put in the Dish and Tea thing about that boy. Remember, Meech, I asked you about him before, about Nature Boy. Or the boy that they call Nature Boy. About this, it's basically a cult, and they're called Carbonation. When I first started following them a couple years ago, I think they were called Melanation. They like to be those people one with nature and everything. They live out in the tropics and all kinds of stuff, living from the earth and everything. But everybody who's left that thing has talked so negative. There's been so many. BBC has a documentary on them. That was the first thing that I saw. So everything all over the internet, they talk about them. Every place they go, something happens. They get kicked out of the countries. So, Glenn Jones. So I guess as recent as last year, they went to Hawaii, and the Hawaiian people heard all about their bullshit and everything, and sent them back here to the mainland. So right now, I don't think that they're here in Georgia, but when they got sent back, they were here. This is basically just a cult. He takes a lot of things that spiritual people use, like teachings from Dr. Sadie and other spiritual leaders and stuff like this. And he basically mind fucks people, gets them to come there. Anybody, and tells people he's the Messiah, like literally, really, I'm the Messiah. I am your higher you. I am this, I am that. But will publicly, online, degrade people, degrade women. Now I'm trying to figure out, and Red, this is the reason why I asked that I put it in our thing, okay? This man has men followers as well, right? They practice polygamy. Right. Y'all know my stand on polygamy. I really don't give a fuck if it worked for you. Yeah, I understand it. If it's done right and nobody's being treated ill-willed or whatever, then I'm cool with it. If that's what y'all can do and it worked for you, do it. This nigga, it's like you will go as a couple, right? You get over there, and then all of a sudden, he tell you your wife is there for him. And somehow, these weak motherfuckers bow down, and now your wife is suddenly his wife.
What?
Listen, that's why, I've been following it for years, and I watch all the stuff. I watch the stuff that they say. I watch the stuff that the people who leave say. These people, and even like I said, now I'm still watching because for about 6-7 months, I hadn't heard anything about them. So I was like, oh, they must have took that ass down because I hadn't heard nothing about them. I know they always get kicked out of places. All of a sudden, a couple of weeks ago, he popped the shit popping up all on my timeline again. You tell me how you are the Messiah, right? 2 of your wives are not getting along, and you make them fist fight live on motherfucking Instagram, and you still got people coming to your shit. What the fuck? Who the fuck? What kind of Jim Jones shit they putting in that motherfucking tropical juice they claim they drinking over there? You put a grown man in the closet for 3 days for something he said or did or something you didn't like. And there are still people, because there are people who really want to live one with nature and off the grid. But this is my other thing. When I first started watching it, it seemed like he was taking, like I said, stuff from spiritual leaders. Because I heard even somebody that left that was bashing him say, yeah, you did teach me how to eat properly and put the right nutrients in my body and all kinds of stuff. But you say that the US and everything is Babylon, right? We living in Babylon. You gotta get out of Babylon. You gotta get out of Babylon. But y'all always on live. You got your wives fighting on live. You got you putting people in motherfucking closets, but you the Messiah. How the fuck are you a Messiah? And I'm gonna tell y'all, when you first go to put him in, the first time I saw him, I swear on all my kids and all my grandkids, the first thing I said is, that nigga looks like an evil spirit. He has a dark spirit around. You ever see somebody that has eyes that are set way, way back and you really can't even see their eyes? You just know that their eyes are open? That deep shit like that. He looks like that. If you look him up right now, look up Nature Boy. He has a bunch of different names. He has a bunch of different names. I don't know if you can make it. Yes. I don't know if you can make it bigger for them, but the thing is, he's really horrible. And how are you telling people you are a Messiah? But people will drop everything to come be wherever y'all are in the tropics at the time. But you tell them, if you got kids, you can't bring them. You have to leave everything.
Here, hold on. Let me read this, because this is dated from February of this year. I became aware of a man known as Nature Boy nearly a year ago. I was following a YouTube channel whose objective was exposing an imposter pretending to be a psychologist. Periodically, I would receive a recommendation for videos featuring someone named Nature Boy. I ignored them, but eventually I clicked on one of the venues. What I saw was discomforting. I would describe Nature Boy as a tall, somewhat unkempt and erratic. He was shirtless and wearing a sarong. He seemed not particularly bright or articulate. In fact, his vocabulary was street. But he has the skills of manipulation often associated with a good charlatan or charismatic con man. Nature Boy preaches that the end of times is near, quotes, and that he is the Messiah. His rhetoric includes a theory about people of color living close to the equator. According to him, this is imperative for maintaining health and peace of mind. One must leave what he calls Babylon, America, and live a natural lifestyle in the tropics. There, people must eat his vision of a B6 diet and defecate at the base of trees, like dogs. There would be no need for a doctor or medication. In the world of Nature Boy, all disease is psychological. As I listened, it sounded like some bizarre mixture of organized religion, astrology, and New Age concepts. A rational person might conclude that Nature Boy is sprouting moronic nonsense to be believed by no one. However, our history with groups called cults, founded by charismatic authoritarian leaders, reflects otherwise, and Nature Boy has been called a cult leader. Originally, Nature Boy had called his groups Etherians. Then it became Melanation. Later, the name was changed again to Carbonation. Nature Boy's real name is
Eligio Bishop. It's Eligio Bishop.
Bishop. Okay, he was once named Eligio Prada. Okay, arrest record from the state of Georgia shows his birth date as April 29, 1982. He is now 37 years old. Bishop's past criminal charges include forcible entry, theft, aggravated battery, and driving with suspended or revoked driver's license. By his own admission, Bishop is a former barber, model, gay escort, stripper, and porn star. All right,
that part.
Thank you. Turn this shit off, please.
Now my reason for wanting to do the thing is, now every time he gets on with so-called interviewers, because all of us know all these things, it gets very heated. So they wind up cussing his ass out. And he can't handle it. Now, he's originally from New York, so that's why he talked with the New York slang, right? But my thing is, now you claim it to be a Messiah, yet you are brutalizing women. One of the women had talked about how his so-called first wife was when she was 8 months pregnant, and he beat her like a man. And she said the reason she knew she had to leave because none of the other men would step up. They say nothing. They let him beat her like she was a fucking man in the street. And all of them just sitting there. His shit, like, even though you just read that, like I said, y'all, I've been watching videos and stuff on him for the past few years. And in my mind, I just felt like so many people had exposed them that people really couldn't be still joining him. And what I'm finding out is, yeah, they still are joining him. Like a girl just got out of it.
Oh,
her name
shit.
What?
Wait a minute. This is fucking ruthless. This is the real life ruthless.
Listen.
The Tyler Perry thing that I
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's what this is. Listen, he said a women's place in Bishop's group will not surprise those familiar with male authoritarian leadership. Women are classified as inferior to men. Women gaining a measure of equality is what Bishop says is wrong with Babylon America. Women are to be subservient, docile, and bear children. Their only purpose, this is their only purpose in life. Women must always also be willing to accept the true nature of a man, and that true nature is polygamy. Bishop says that a man's destiny is to have as many wives and father as many children as he can. Nature Boy loves to boast of where he learned his concept of manhood, which is within prison. Think about that for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there and I'm gonna leave it alone. Because see, here's the thing.
Well, you heard him say he was a gay escort. He was.
Listen.
Well, he didn't admit to it until somebody who was exposing him dug all that shit up.
Well, here's where it is. Because see, like I said, this is the real life ruthless. Because everything about this is following the same shit that the damn TV show was about.
The shit is so, to me, it's sad. It's sad. And like you heard him say how old he is, but everybody's there is young. So he's able to manipulate their minds. So I sent an interview request to him. I told him who we were. I told him our age groups. And I told him, I want to be able to have a conversation for you to be able to say what you need, clear up some shit. I know you can't really. I wanted to say, I know the fuck you can't. But I wanted to be able, without screaming back and forth, because that's usually what it turns into, because he'll say something stupid and then somebody cuss his ass the fuck out. So I'm like, I just want to, from a up in the 50s club perspective, talk to you because you don't have anyone older. And somebody asked him that. His response was, well, I don't take like older women and whatnot because usually they have a lot of responsibilities and kids and all kinds of stuff. No, bitch, you don't get an older woman because an older woman is not going for that bullshit. No older woman wants your stupid ass. You don't have no money. You don't pay no bills. You want to live out in the tropics off other people. He don't have no money. They live off donations and shit like that. People, and then they talk about the melanated people, but he don't talk about the white people that you let into the group to use them to get their money.
That is the real life ruthless.
And the fact, like when y'all heard him say, he believes that diseases are mental, right? Believe this is in your head. You've had people come to him. Remember how like when Dr. Sebi was teaching how he could cure all that different stuff, like herpes and all kinds of stuff like that. So because people was believing he was teaching the way Dr. Sebi was and stuff, they would come openly saying, I have this, herpes, HIV, this and the other. Nigga, you have slept with these women, or those women were paired with one of the guys who came with it, and then you slept with them after they slept with who was their husband, and then you took them away from their husband. So y'all passing disease around, you coughing it off as we supposed to be the chosen people. He's taking things from all different religions. Like, you know how like Jehovah's Witness people believe it's like 144,000?
144,000.
Okay, so I've been hearing them speak that lately. I didn't never hear him say that in the older ones, but I have been hearing them talk about that lately too. First of all, he just take a whole bunch of shit. He'll say, people say, well, don't anything ever hurt you. This nigga said, I'm too strong to cry. I'm a God. I'm the Messiah. I said, hold up. The Bible said Jesus wept. So you more powerful than the most talked about prophet on the planet, no matter what religion it was?
It's like this for me. Let them accept it, because see, if I can handle Judge Joe Brown, if I can handle Brother Umar Johnson, if I can handle Terrence Dean, okay, the author, okay, a gay author at that, okay.
And I let them know. And here's one more thing I want you guys to think about. So there was a time where he had openly said his son was there after he had sex, and he allowed his son to play with his genitals like right after, like immediately after. First of all, you nasty bastard. Then he say, I don't know why people will call me a pedophile. Your son was like 2, 3. What is that? He said it was natural. That's not natural. That's not something. First of all, why the fuck was he in here while you was fucking? You know, so shit like that is just weird. It's so weird. And if this is supposed to be so good and so godlike and everything, and you talk about how bad Babylon is, but every time I see a video, y'all drinking and shit, you motherfuckers are drunk. But you talk about the people in Babylon. You got your wives fist fighting, and then tell the wife that's beneath the first wife after it's over to apologize to her, even though she didn't do nothing to that girl. That girl really just don't like polygamy. She don't like it. So anytime he gets closer to another one, some shit pop off. But then you tell the one, who's lower than the first wife, she got to get on live, apologize to her, and literally, I will send y'all the video, literally kiss her fucking feet. What are the fuck you giving them? Because it can't be the dick. It can't be. Can't be.
Well, listen, if somebody, one of the things about this particular world, when folks are looking for spirituality and looking for something to follow, if you ain't strong enough to stand for something, you'll fall for everything.
And that's so
when you're looking for somebody else to take responsibility, when you're looking for somebody else to bear the burden and carry it on, especially if you say they're going to be your leader, okay, and carry it on. So that means that everything that happens, you can sit up there and quote unquote blame them for something. They're going to follow it. And that's the sad part, because we have gotten out of being able to think for ourselves and do for ourselves and those kinds of things. But that's where it is.
I think for me as a mother, as a mom, what's hurting me is I think for so many people who have been on the new spiritual journeys, looking more for nature and spirit and stuff like that, when they're really looking for that, and then you have someone who takes total advantage of this, twist around everything that's good, makes it horribly, I'm telling y'all, whenever you go to click on one of his videos, his shit is going to just make you so mad, because everything that you know that's supposed to be good about God or whoever you believe is God, he is the fuck opposite of it. When you look at him talk, you will see the dark spirit over top of him. And it's like, you guys, Satan was holy at one time too. He might be a Messiah, but not a Messiah of good. And you're taking advantage of so many people who's looking for a pure spiritual journey. And then they'll make it seem like everybody that leave talk bad about them because they didn't want them there. No, some people just left because you fucking crazy, and they like, hold the fuck up. So I just needed y'all to know that I've started on my questions and real serious, motherfucking Barbara Walters interview shit.
Well, here's the thing. I'm up for it because, when it comes down to this kind of stuff, it's out there, and I really believe that everybody on this side of creation, as long as you have a voice, you deserve to be heard. At the same time, now whether or not we agree, that's the whole.
Yeah, we don't have to agree, and we're not going to agree on everything. But
no, because I'm already knowing this ain't going that way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you really, pay attention to the platform that we're working with and the team that we have. One thing and two things for sure. We never will allow him to get under our skin.
Oh no, I know that. For me, I want to spread awareness. Because if you can stop one person from going, I need that.
But you know how me and you team up to control Meech in certain subjects?
Oh yeah.
Meech and I are gonna have to team up to control you because you.
Oh, absolutely. Because the mother in me, absolutely, because the mother in me is gonna want to cuss him the fuck out.
Because you have a Tina Turner complex when it comes to motherfucking ignorant men, and you're gonna have to take that and put it outside of the show.
Wait, what's the Tina Turner complex?
It's got this it's a thing where it's like the ignorant negative energy motherfuckers like himself, right? Yeah. Respect for the women, you take it to emotion instead of professionalism. I'm gonna need you to take your emotions out of that.
That's I'm gonna let y'all know. That's why I didn't ask him to just do a Let's Talk Without Nikki. That's why I offered Edition T interview, not a Let's Talk Without Nikki. Oh, I know that.
Right, because we need your emotions out of it because I believe in your professionalism when it comes to this type of subject. And I want you to.
But you are dead on point. You are dead on point about that, Red. But that's why I said I didn't ask for a Let's Talk Without Nikki interview. I asked for Edition T interview because I know that I'm going to need you guys because this shit is so weird to me that people in this day and age can fall for stuff.
It's like this, emotion-wise. Nikki, is what I'm trying to say. Emotion-wise. I know if we put your emotions on the back burner, we would get something so doper than 60 minutes, we'll have to call it a hot 120. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm going to need you to doggone trust us. And when we see you getting there, we're going to somebody will step up and say something or ask them something so y'all going to bring it down.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was saying, Red. That's exactly what I was saying. That's why I asked for, when I sent the interview request, I know me. That was the reason why I didn't ask for a Let's Talk Without Nikki. I asked for Edition T because I know that there will be things that will probably get up under my skin. And when y'all see it, y'all will be able to reel me back before I cuss his ass out.
See, because what I would be able to do, because I would be able to do this, because I already see the balance in that, because, you know what I'm saying? I know I can stop Meat before he start pointing his damn finger. You know what I'm saying? And then I know I can stop and make him look at the reality of what the fuck he's saying out of his mouth, no matter how stupid it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you asking the questions, you know what I'm saying? And if I see Meech for the point his finger, I'm going to let him know. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, I'm not going to go straight at him. I'm going to let you have it. I'm just going to jab.
Yeah, I want that. And that's the thing. I want him to be able to, you know, just talk his shit. I don't want to jump. I said that in the other interviews that I see he do, it's like that from the very beginning. So I don't think they don't get a chance to get everything out because as soon as he say something crazy, they snap the fuck out. And I knew that. That's why I've been on this for so long.
And that's why I want to do something like this. If you speak out on the young women that he's desecrating or disrespecting or doing anything like that, and then he comes back with some colloquialism that don't even make no damn sense to make this beautiful ass thing that he's doing, then right. I'm going to take the pause in that conversation and say, oh, basically it's pimping. Next question, Nikki.
Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly.
And see, stuff like that is all about letting him talk so that he reveals himself. Because
the whole thing of it is, I just want him to be able to talk.
Right. Talk and reveal what the hell this is, because there has to be a mindset of some kind of something or another to get into this. You know what I'm saying? And then the question becomes, what gave you the inclination to be able to start this? Okay. And what entity granted you the power to say that I am the Messiah?
That's why we can make him very comfortable to give us all the tea to share with America about.
And that's exactly what I put in the thing. This is a space that you will be able to explain everything that people shut you down on.
After we feel like we got it, because we got a private chat room, after we feel like we have gotten everything we needed, and he had a beautiful dinner with us, then we can serve his ass some dessert, and we can let it go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just saying, like I said, I knew when I was going to be ready for this because I've been doing it for the last few years. I used to communicate with it. There's a girl on YouTube named Ashe Divine. Haven't seen her channel up in a while. Ashe Divine, and she and I would talk back and forth. She has a lot of viewers and stuff, but she would always talk back and forth with me. And I'm like, yo, because she used to like, you know, she's very conscious and stuff. So she would always shut that ass down. He would say, oh, girl, you know, I'm going to make you my wife because you strong. You the one I need, blah, blah, blah. But she would shut him down every time. His thing is a mind manipulation. And for people who are very weak in spirit and looking for something, he's just one of those bad people who take somebody's will to want to learn something and want to do something right and Jim Jones they ass.
Well, it's the same way that like I did when I interviewed Selena Johnson's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the whole thing of it was he wrote a book. He claimed, you know, he's living a life that he said he's been delivered and now, you know, he's no longer gay and he's a preacher and this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. And I was asked to grant him an interview because nobody wanted to pick it up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to get into a bookstore and the gay bookstores shunned him and carried on because of his message.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, okay, I'll let him come on. Well, for the first hour and maybe hour, 15 minutes, I didn't say anything. I was letting him talk. Okay. He answered my questions. I'm going all along the book. I'm reading passages out the book that were of concern to me. But everybody who knows me knows my tone, honey. Cause I'm like,
You ain't that cute, that man, did you?
But see, that's what I'm talking about. That's my statement for that dealing with that guy. That's cute.
And so it was fine up until one of his cronies called in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was keeping keeping everything together because I wanted this to be his story. Right? And I'm telling you, this is your story and this is what your truth is. And as long as we stay there, we were fine.
Right.
But then his little crony called in and was like, okay, I done heard this, I done heard that, but y'all beating around the bush. Is homosexuality right or wrong? And this motherfucker swings out his mouth, oh, it's wrong. And that's when I pumped his brakes.
Okay.
Because I keep hitting this wall and I got a neighbor, our dining rooms are the same.
Lord have mercy. I want to keep hitting the wall tonight myself.
I hate you. We can never stay. Look, he can't never stay on task.
No. I'm gonna mute his mic. How about that?
Stop it! Stop it!
But it was at that point that I had to shut that down, and then we got into, I won't say a heated conversation, but I was able to then explain. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, sweetie, because you want to sit down here and be cute, but as long as this was your story, it was your story. But what you're not gonna do is come in here and now make a judgment call and do this with everybody else and say, yes, I'm coming up here to say homosexuality is wrong. And then I got to share my story. Like, okay, sweetie, wait a minute. Because you and I have the same story. Almost about a man not being in the house and blah, 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 blah. And we went point for point. And then I'm like, no. What we're not going to do is generalize all this. And this, if this is what works for you, this is what works for you. But you're not going to sit down there because I'm telling you, because I had named the show, I'm godly gay and he's not gay for God. Okay.
So you put the people in the back?
I'm godly gay, but he's not gay for God.
Hallelujah.
Yes, God, praise him.
Where'd he go?
Praise the Lord. Fred, we done made him leave the screen. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Mitch, what's that little guy who always say, I'm delivered?
Oh, yeah, that's no Miss Thing, honey. Miss Andrew.
Whenever I hear him say it, poor Andrew, he said, I am delivered. I don't like men's no more.
Right.
Not men. I don't like men's. I don't like men's no more.
And the sad thing is about him, you know, it's really sad because I really do think that he's like has Asperger's or some kind of.
I always thought he was a little slow too, but I mean the way that he's always talking and talking and talking. So I was like, I don't know.
No,
is he just? I don't know.
I believe that it is. I believe that it's a mild form. I think he's like functional and carrying on. It's not Down syndrome, but he's functional. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you can get up there and do what he's doing the way he's doing it, then he's normal.
The whole thing of
it's a lot of high functional
I don't like
with mental illnesses and stuff.
Because I feel like when they're functional, they know something we don't know. So I was like,
okay.
Come on. Or they're not subscribing to the bullshit. See, a lot of times they skate through life, and what it is that he like most folk who ain't got no money or whatever. Now he's flaunting and this, that, and the other, and he has become a caricature of himself. Okay, the church has pimped him, and the church keep pimping him, and so now the same church that he was talking about he was delivered from, now they didn't want to be bothered with him because he done became this instant star. You understand? Because I heard him say that in the video that he don't even go to that church no more. You know, and this, that, and the other. So it's like, okay, so what's all of this? And the bad thing is that he is a prime example of how folks are taking that buffoonery and making a coin, but I don't think he really understands that he's the joke. You understand?
But I'm gonna tell you something, he's still delivering a message to those who don't understand certain things about spirituality. So really, who's the joke? God's word still getting out some form of matter to people who don't that they can carry. People challenge
exactly, and folks will sit down there and they'll cuss him out and how you sit up here talking about this, that, and the other when it's obvious you still gay and this, you know. I mean, they breaks that boy across the code. But he'll get up there and he get to speaking in tongues, he get to play in church and all that because he does his little gospel hour and all that. And then he get to read the kids. Okay.
I say like this: what about that one guy that's on his way to break in a house and do a home invasion and kill up everybody? And before he turned the TV off, it's him playing church. Just the one little word changed his mind about what he hit.
Okay, you come in, Nick, because you went off screen. I tell you that.
What she do?
Her screen she went out for a second, but I didn't know if she was trying to come in or not. Okay, what you say?
I was coming in the room and I had forgot that we was on in my room too. So I was trying to turn it down, but the remote is on my damn phone. So when I went to go turn it down, it took me out the room.
Oh, okay.
You know, I be having us on every TV in the house because when I'm not on the screen, I can walk back and forth.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy?
I think so.
Everybody's house that I go to that has Roku or Fire Stick, I put Black GDP TV on and I try to put.
I'm trying to tell you, me too. I be like, you got Black GDP?
Okay, right.
Let me show you how to get there, just in case.
It's funny as hell because like the night where I was at and I came in messing with the TVs. That's really what I was doing. I had put it on all the TV in the house.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Y'all need to look at her. Bring the views, baby.
Well, be that as it may, listen, we done been up in here for almost 4 hours, child. I'm gonna let these kids go together. And yeah. So this is the longest that we've done thus far. Okay.
I know.
But it's very informative. And so see, when I go back and review the real long shows, is because we got stuff up in here that has to come out, and I'm going to have to do follow-ups with these particular shows. So for those of y'all who still with us, we appreciate you. We thank you. We're going to let you guys get back to your Saturday evening. Now it's Sunday morning. Okay. We will be back to later on today. Okay. With some inspirational stuff for you. And we're going to get it together. Okay. Remember, books are available. This is the first book. Both books, Awakenings and Revelations, are both available on the website. We got merchandise that's going to help out Nikki and her calls and things of that nature.
My commercial is done. The commercial done?
It's not done yet. I'm putting it together.
Oh, y'all, I can't wait.
Okay.
So
we got some stuff coming. Red got his new single out, y'all.
Yes.
Things of that nature. We got a new single.
Go
get
that.
Go there. That's where y'all can go find the new single. Okay, to sit down there and get it together. So yeah, we're going to put a lovely old District T package together.
Guess what? Let me announce this. I'm gonna do this every time, but Jelly Roll should be coming up on TikTok in the middle of next month, and that's where I'm going to run the District T on Hot Radio Jelly Roll TikTok Challenge.
Oh Lord. Well, can you show us the goddamn dance and stuff first so we can?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna show you the Jelly Roll. Yes, sir.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I can't.
Okay.
Here's the great thing about it. Everybody's gonna do a 30-second Jelly Roll video. They're gonna create their own steps to it, and the hottest ones are the ones that's gonna lead the Jelly Roll video.
Oh,
okay.
So this is a chance for everybody to be in a music video.
Okay. Well, our boy Eric Buckner, he's going to be on with Get Off My Lawn, the audio version later on today, and things of that nature. So, honey, we have a plethora of platforms for you to enjoy. You know, Eric is part of our research department.
Yes, God.
Okay. And carrying on. So with that being said, my darling, you may finish all of your crumpets and your soft batch cookies. Because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech, Aunt Nikki, and the big guy allies. That's Big Red over there. If you love us, tell a friend, and if you hate us, tell all your enemies. But do know this: one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we are doing will move forward. Remember, Detroit, Samantha Stevens Divinity will be performing November 13th. It's out there on Namon and Gratiot. It's somewhere.
Wait a minute, hold on.
So yeah, we're coming home.
You honey, so. Off the air. I don't remember hearing about
it. So we're coming in.
That's the day of the season. Shit.
Damn. So we're gonna take care of all of that. So mark your calendars. I'll bring more information soon. So that there was that. So without any further ado, my darlings.
Good night, y'all. Good morning.
And scene.